right, it's Feed the Geeks 7, and we're back here with Thirdy, and now I'm a special guest.
Hello.
Thirdy, would you please introduce our guests for this week?
Yeah, hello everybody. This is Feed the Geeks episode 7, and this time around, instead of bringing up one guest, we brought two guests.
All right.
And they are local experts sa eSports daw, kunuhay.
Wow.
So, I present to you Ernest, Buzon, and Robert Michael Lim. So, could you speak first?
Welcome.
Ernest.
Okay,
So, what are you?
lain na sa paminahon expert eh. Mura man tagkuan, mura like ako inisulti gid ana.
Yeah.
Like don't you dare like put the label expert on me.
So, unsa man
listen
ka?
Ano lang?
Enthusiast.
Veteran. Unsa man matawag na to ani. Pero anyways, what's up guys? I'm Ernest Buzon. I'm a commentator in local esports for since 2015. I think 2015 yeah. I've been doing front end jobs sa esports as a shoutcast. People call it shoutcasters, commentators. Basta basically kanang magsaba-saba bitaw sa inyong mga sa inyong game streams mintras koan.
Wow.
Ay para nay audio kunuhay ay nay bitaw content kunuhay ang kanang mga tournaments.
Yeah. It's too loud though, no? Sabi nga na.
Yeah.
There's also Robert Michael Lim with
hello.
us.
I'm Rob. I've been in the esports scene since like the same time as Ernest. Most likely 2015, 2016. For me lang, I worked in the back. So I take photos, I do the logistics, I help around in the events.
Whoa. But do you play or anything?
Yeah, I played. I actually played in the local tournaments for just for fun, not for like anything serious. So yeah.
So kanid you go hand in hand mo together, one in front end and one in back end in esports. So maybe we could hear more about the juiciest shit happening karon sa atong gaming community in the Philippines, sa esports scene maybe in karon taud-taod. So for now,
right now let's get all the Marvel anti-Scorsese shit out of the way.
Those are not films.
And then
They're not
we
Kino.
can discuss the small things first.
Yeah, we'll do the small things first. An introduction first sa among show. Me and Thirdy are mga pop culture news writers, and our news writers are writers lang. And enthusiasts. No, I'm a writer. We're writers officially, and we take the 2 weeks mag-cover mga news na ninggawas, and then we digest them and serve them again to you, the listener. And we're gonna cover our small news lang first, and then we'll build up to there were two big Marvel things that happened over the course of the 2 weeks. Sorry, gamers.
Like a mama bird feeding the fucking kids.
You don't watch Cape shit, manday, no? So you've seen Black Widow, manday, Robert, right?
Yeah, I've seen it like 2 days ago, like early in the morning.
So
like
we could.
You wanna go through that? Maggamay na news reseta. Let's talk about. Let's get Star Trek out of the way. Star Trek 4 is finally pushing forward with kanang director sa WandaVision, si Matt Shakman.
And then what's he gonna do?
Mobalik na because it got cancelled after like underwhelming daw ang performance sa Star Trek Beyond. Have you seen Star Trek Beyond?
I'm not a huge Star Trek fan.
Maybe they do. So lame.
I don't watch Star Trek.
Wala mo kay hype
Star
behind
Trek,
kuan.
man.
Like the last Star Trek movie I've seen was katong kuan the katong bag-o nga Khan.
Yeah, that one. Into
Si
Darkness.
Benedict Cumber dildo.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Rob, nagsubay ako Star Trek.
No, wala.
Well, apparently the Benedict Cumberbatch one was received badly, and that was directed by J.J. Abrams. And then the third one, si Justin Lin ang nag-direct, and then like it was building up to some kind of time travel thing na mobalik si Chris Hemsworth because he was the dad ni Kirk in the first Star Trek ni Abrams.
Okay.
But since it underwhelmed, they tried to sell the trailer with the song Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
I don't know that.
I'm just like talking to the wind. Okay.
Nobody cares about Star Trek in 2021.
Yeah,
now, I
it's
think.
because you guys didn't see Star Trek Beyond. It was cool. I love that movie. And then, but okay, now there's a fourth one coming out. I guess that's your news, and the WandaVision guys behind it.
So what's am I gonna Star Trek or Star Wars?
Not turned.
Are you really
can
gonna start
like
this war?
both.
For Bayani lang, for Bayani.
Okay,
Just ask him a
fine.
question. Star Trek or Star Wars?
both fandoms are terrible.
Whoa!
Spicy.
Like-
Big words.
Spicy.
Okay.
The thing they said about Star Trek, it ages a lot worse than Star Wars because like futurist man jud ang sci-fi man jud ang Star Trek. So like
True.
when you watch those William Shatner Star Treks, you're suddenly like, oh my god, this looks so bad. And then ang pag magtanaw kag Star Wars, it's kind of like, well, it's an alternate universe, so mas masabdan na nimo na the Force and shit. It doesn't mess with your like, oh, like it's not futurist.
Okay, so wala ka mapilian, ano? Okay, nerd.
Both are nice. Like I think people who pick are kind of digging themselves into some kind of hole.
Okay.
The
As with
turbo
every
nerd-
other
the turbo
fandom
nerd
that
hole,
all-
dude.
The terrible nerd.
Okay.
Like blessed turbo nerds.
So yeah, I guess that's it for Star Trek.
Yeah, fine.
We
That's
could
it
hear
for
more
Star
about
Trek,
that
I guess.
soon.
You
Yeah.
lame-o. And then gonna
Sad about it.
other small news. Pixar dropped their teaser for Turning Red. Katong red.
Oh yeah.
She turns into
Kinsa
a red
nagada
panda.
atong have you seen it?
No.
There's another Pixar nga movie pa dong. I think ang iyang main character kanahimo siya red panda.
Yeah, when she gets too excited, she turns into a red panda.
like a
Weird.
small
A
I
giant
think
red
I've
panda.
seen glimpses of it. Like I thought it was a fever dream.
Furry siya.
Yeah. I think it's a metaphor for puberty. And then, no, because her body changes and then she has like an overprotective mom na si Sandra Oh play. So I'm
Kinsa
like,
nagada sa panda?
I don't know. She's a young actress, Rosalie Chiang.
Okay.
And but what
I
was I
heard
gonna say? The director behind it is the one who made that Shopao short sa Pixar.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's something.
so nari
That's her-
Chinese nga kuan din no, mga undertones.
Yes.
Chinese undertones,
yeah,
lots of
yeah.
family
Pandas
themes
only
that
are-
siguro
are
kay
very
because, you know,
common in
Mao
Bao.
ding
China.
panda pa lang gipili kay
Yeah.
Yeah.
praising the Chinese
This-
kuan din nila.
This other trailer is kanang game-ish. Witcher 2.
Oh, Witcher 2.
Nanay trailer on Witcher 2. Did you guys
The
check out
second
Witcher?
Nag-follow mo Witcher?
Netflix.
Some clips lang, not really watching it.
Like
no time.
And the TV series wasn't that really good compared
Like-
sa game and the movie.
Or the books. Like
The books, yeah.
like-
Oh,
okay,
so but familiar mo guys with The Witcher?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I know the franchise,
Asa mo sa games ba ang inyong like gi-consume or
What's your first introduction sa Witcher, man?
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is most of the mainstream audience
Yeah.
ganang mga watching nila.
Dako good.
I already told you my feelings about Witcher 3, right?
What did you? I'm sorry.
Like I don't like it's so much reading. I hate it so much.
That's
like
the point of RPG, dude. You won't survive
God.
Skyrim.
Yeah,
if
you have to
anak
immerse
ka.
yourself.
You have to role play.
I have like
You have to
a
have white
life.
hair with a sword and shit.
I have to pretend. I have to escape my terrible life. So I have to pretend I am a white-haired, beautiful white-haired man.
The gamer,
muscular man.
The gamer mindset, no?
Yeah, and it's like if you don't shave for many hours, you grow stubble. It's my immersion.
But did you finish it? Nahuman mo? Nahuman na mo?
No, I got like as far into the story until I realized I can't push forward because I haven't been doing the side quests and my character was like super weak. And then I got tired and then I started playing Ghost of Tsushima instead. And then what else?
Ew. Anyway, yeah. So,
Padumbi ang director's cut bantay.
I'm not really enjoying
Bantay ka.
Nanay director's cut.
Yeah, dapat ako.
Direct, more so ni Blade Runner.
Oh, ano na sad.
Naman gid mga
Yeah,
gana,
I've
gid.
seen it. And it's a common issue sa Sony said recently.
Yeah.
Nga, ang PS4 version kay barato. And then if mo upgrade ka og PS5 version for a director's cut kay $70 na siya ha.
Oh my god.
So mahal kayo.
Yes.
Imagine that kind of price.
hey,
sa
that's
next gen.
that Stranding has kanong ano ba
A director's cut.
more also a director's cut.
Like, Kojima is an
It has
auteur.
new weapons, and then you have like a pair of robot legs that carries
but-
the packages.
But you know, Kojima's just weird. So there's
yeah,
that.
I love the guy though.
So there's that.
Yeah.
He's wacky, wonky, eccentric.
the Scorsese
Yeah, man.
of the Scorsese
Pero
of
ang
video
ako
games.
masulti ra gid anang kuan. Ako masulti gid anang ingana ang model no, of like purchasing is just such a terrible idea because it's just getting worse and worse throughout the years.
Yeah.
Every generation of consoles.
Every generation of games and consoles, it just gets
Yeah.
worse and worse through the years. Okay, you get full game before. Next was full game with expansion pack. Okay, sure, understandable.
Like-
Ano man eh, you get tiny game and then you pay $20 for small DLC, another DLC, and another DLC.
What the fuck is the Chinese accent for?
I hate it.
businessman.
I'm
We are
ranting here.
Asian. We are punching up.
I
Right
am
now.
ranting here, and my accents will change every now and then. Kung magingana ta. Also, like whenever I say dollar, like I tend to
Money.
Dollar.
Say money.
Yeah.
Same one.
No, whenever I say dollar, it just comes out dollar.
Dollar.
Like every single time. Pero muna akong magsulti. It's a terrible business model and it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more by doing that, it's harder to pirate the games now.
Yeah.
No.
It's way harder now.
Like right now, sa una, even PS3 times now, tulion pa man ani mo
Yeah,
imong
I don't
console,
think so.
diba?
Yeah, the
Okay,
console
there's a
itself.
workaround naman sa piracy karon. Developers input nasa lay ibutang a program that are called DRM in a product, and then you can't pirate shit like that. Kaya,
or not
it's-
that easy, or
it's not that easy.
People
Yeah.
are creative in like stopping pirates. I remembered when a pirated version of Arkham Asylum came out. And like unplayable siya.
I played that once, and then what you kahuman kay there's a certain glitch that prevents Batman from gliding into the air.
Oh yeah, right.
Sa
I
Arkham
remember.
Asylum.
Yeah, I remember.
Arkham
Yeah.
Asylum is pirated and it works fine.
Sa una.
Sa una, way before.
Way before.
Like there's so many
na-fix na.
workarounds. They took a million workarounds for it.
So complicated kayo ang piracy sa una, and then currently it gets even more complicated with DRM involved.
It's a let's put it this way. It's an arms race.
No, bitaw.
Yeah.
For hackers, for the piracy.
It's always been an arms
developers.
race.
And some people, na article, I think IGN ba to na gawas na it's getting harder for studios to keep up to the demands of gamers kay after they release the game, it doesn't stop there because now gamers need expansions and updates
And
to keep
DLCs.
games alive.
Yeah.
And then
They've-
immediately crunch na gihapon na
Exactly.
there's no resting time for that.
Okay, they've been spoiled with the live service model naman for a long time, di ba? Kanang
Yeah.
mga mga
Kinsa nag-start
Fortnite,
Blizzard.
right?
Blizzard.
Or
One of the
Fortnite.
first.
If I remember correctly, ang Fortnite ang pinakagrabe anang live service nga model. Nga they never stop. Did you just do the Fortnite dance here?
I can't
They're
even
doing
do
the
We
Fortnite dance.
we can't audio that, but let the record
Ninja sponsor
show.
us.
Yeah. But yeah, ang Fortnite rondo kay aggressive na kay silang monetization
Yeah,
ng
grabe,
microtransactions.
grabe,
Yeah, they were in
they're
Avengers.
leeching.
Hey, I need V-Bucks, okay? I need
And
V-Bucks so I
V-Bucks.
can become Le Fortnite James, okay?
The Fortnite James
The fuck
or
is that?
the Black Panther.
LeBron James, bro.
Yeah.
Napa ba magduwag?
Oh, ano?
Yeah, actually,
Bako man si Lebron James or na, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of
He
course,
was in
he's
Space Jam.
one of the
LeBron James,
one of the most
LeBron.
marketable basketball players ever. Of course, Epic is gonna jump on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy
he-
money for them.
He's
bro.
in Space Jam too.
Dude, Le
Yeah.
Fortnite
He's
James,
jumping.
dude. Yo, for real.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
But anyway, yeah, monetization in gaming, it's really red flag na siya sa
Yeah.
future sa industry.
Do you think it's anti-poor?
it,
Am I going
Why is it
political?
political
okay,
now?
development? Ay, mura, ang gaming man tingali kay it's always been anti-poor.
It's always been
Yeah,
anti-consumer.
it's all, yeah,
Dili
yeah.
makakapalit og mga kuan mga peripherals na if
I think I said this before that I think Nintendo is the one na murag pang higher tier class jud na siya. for
They're
us.
their own echelon, dude.
Yeah.
Lain
Because
sila, lain
Red
sila.
Japanese
niche
jud.
ba? Yeah.
Because
Wow,
like,
lahusan
Niche
man.
jud kay.
yeah.
Lahusan man. But yeah, like
Wa ka ilag sale do. I don't like Nintendo kay
di-
old man kay ilang
Dili,
kuan.
aside from that, oh, we can't access these games anymore. Is it okay if we emulate it? Can we get permission? Sued.
Millions sila.
My God.
Mukihagid sila when you're when you own an emulator.
Yeah.
Developer ka sa emulator, patay ka.
My God.
They'll put that gun straight to your head, dude.
Mga kempetay na patay ka na
Kuya,
Japanese.
kimpit.
That Nintendo America guy.
Fucking what's
Doug Bowser?
No, Doug Bowser's not the guy.
Doug Bowser.
The old guy, like the my body is ready guy.
Si Reggie feels like
Yeah, Reggie.
Yeah, he's a chill guy. Okay, I'm not
Sure he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Sure, you've known him personally, right?
Yeah, right?
You sound like you know him
Text me,
personally.
oy.
I like it.
Ano sa man ang
Chat mo, Abe.
accessible nga gaming platform for us here in the Philippines?
PC good.
PC.
PC.
Pero that's ni-evolve na rin to mobile gaming naman.
Oh yeah, of course.
How
You can play them on your phones. No?
Of course. Right?
All the money is in mobile gaming.
Grabe.
Like everyone's on the move, so might as well develop a game now you can carry around in your phones in your pockets.
It's easily accessible. Almost every like game, almost every phone has a processor that's strong enough to run a game. It's one of those things, and yeah, like daghan gig options, and yeah, it's right there. Like if you're in the toilet, if you're in the airport, if you're in the kwan, it's too easy, and there's so much money in it.
So,
Dili ko gusto mahikap.
ang prime, kung ano na kayo, you just take a shit while playing a game. Ano lang na, no?
Have you not been like occupying yourself while you take shits. Like that's how I read most of the Harry Potter books.
What the fuck? By taking a shit?
For real.
You read while you take
Kathematic
shits.
ko na agad.
Like,
That's the most relaxing place to read.
Of course.
Immersion kayo ba?
Yeah. Of course, you gotta it's the most appropriate place to read a Harry Potter book in the toilet.
Hindi, thematic lagi kayo.
Yeah, gay.
No?
Like,
Well.
I intend fully to use that as an insult
It's
towards
like
the series.
no, it's like kanang I do like my shitting is like 10% is the actual shitting and 90% is just reading whatever book I brought to the bathroom.
Lagi something sa banyo gid no nga.
Like, kanang zen ka ba?
Yeah,
Zen ka
and
siya.
now people are suddenly rediscovering the peacefulness of the bathroom with their smartphones, and I'm like, now I can't go to the bathroom without my smartphone. I'm like,
Dugay na ng relaxation parts sa bathroom.
Yeah, sa bathroom.
Like, no matter what.
Remember the time na kanang magkuha ang tag shampoo bottle lang para basahon sa luyon niya. Ato
Yeah,
tanawon
yeah.
ang mga ingredients.
Why do you think
all?
newspapers was a
Lang,
like? Why do you think in the 90s and in the early 2000s newspaper gags were a thing? You know, it's like every single time, like you open the bathroom door and they're like, newspaper, like some dude with a newspaper's like,
Oh,
yeah.
Karen, wala na
With their
no?
pants down.
that's always the gag.
Karen, wala na. It has moved on to phones.
Yeah. Reddit
or you know,
knows.
bathroom pranks where like some dude in a bathroom stall like starts spilling lotion on the floor like while moaning.
What the fuck is that?
I have not seen that yet, but that sounds.
It sounds disgusting because it is.
So yeah, where were we now?
I'm sorry, I got into the games part too early.
Like-
Yeah, it's a
Small news trailer for Nick All Stars.
oh,
Smash Nick.
It's the Smash version.
Competitor niya.
Competitor,
Like
but-
heads on taking on Smash with rollback.
rollback on
Outside
selected platforms.
Yeah.
Aren't there already mga Smash Bros copycats?
There
like
are
Brawlhalla?
So many, Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla.
Even Flash games before, katong Chaos Faction, like nana sa una. Diba? That was a Smash clone. That was definitely a Smash clone. And yeah, karang it's just the format's just so good, man. Good kay, you know, like the whole idea of Smash was like, oh, multiple people can play it once, and like may mga kwan.
Up to 8 players, right?
Because it was designed as a party game.
Yeah.
It is. It
It's
is.
such a brand as a fighting game, no? Okay, originally it was meant to have
It
like
was
fun.
it was intended to be a party game,
Debatable.
but pero like truth be told, like ako as a fighting game purist, I can still say nga like right now as a fighting game, it can be called a fighting game within their given circumstances. Nga na bitaw.
Yeah, I have people like posting about quote unquote balance in the games, and it's like, oh my god, the characters are well balanced. and
Kazuya is
yada.
like broken as fuck.
Yeah, but whenever I play it, I'm like, oh my god, this is so what? Where the fuck am I? Like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, libog kayo sa'yo.
Like if you play certain characters, it still feels miserable. Balance my ass, dude.
Yeah. This is kaya fully balanced.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
so what do you think about the Nickelodeon one? Like, are you excited
I
as a millennial?
Yeah. Okay, it's the thing. Everyone's been looking for, like, craving for like SpongeBob sa Smash daw.
Yeah.
Ganahan sila mga
Yeah.
characters.
No, for real, like Drake Bell's gonna pop out.
Oh, like
Oh my god.
Oh,
Drake Bell's just gonna be
on
like,
parole.
are you 13?
Goes on a parole.
But for real, like it's exciting. Like the whole idea of it, diba? Like as you said, like people want SpongeBob and Smash, or Patrick Star, or in my case, like I want to be a Jorgen von Strangleman. Like for real, dude. Like I
Dude,
need that.
imagine Jorgen von Strangled.
No, I will play
By
him all
pang
day.
Smash man, pang fighting game man na character si he's essentially Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's already in a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
So
Which is, by the way, like if you look at Mortal Kombat 11, it's basically Smash for people who like 80s movies.
Like stuck back in time ba?
No, there's no putting them out of the map, man, diba? Smashing them out of the map. Like,
Yeah, but
gameplay.
you know the whole idea, like
You can-
the fanfare of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's so much hype because everyone that's grown up on Nickelodeon is just like hyped up about it.
Commercially, nostalgia na lang sad siyang...
The nostalgia factor is great.
Like everyone is kanang relatable kayo siya sa tanang mga age group na to. I think from like mga 90s until now, kay labig yung magtanog Nickelodeon. So like lingaw
Could you just imagine like special ability ni Amanda Bynes as she just gets coked up and starts smashing people to bits?
Dude, Dan Schneider as like a DLC character.
Holy shit!
Niya yung mga skills lang, okay, mo sniff lang yung mga kuan, mga
Man, that's controversial.
photos ba?
we went right from Smash right to a pedophile place immediately.
iCarly. iCarly characters.
Hey, it got renewed for
Without
a
camera and
second
shit, so
season,
fighting
the
game.
reboot.
I love the new iCarly. But
Oh, really? You've been checking it out?
yeah, ito ko sa mga clips lang, lingaw lang sila.
No.
So,
Okay.
yeah, back to Nick. Na yung mga dili sikat sa mga characters lang ipangkuha sad no.
The Toast guy, I have no idea.
Powdered
Ren and-
Toast Man?
Powdered Toast Man is from Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I was
dude.
like Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, by the way, John Crifalucci, the guy who created Ren and Stimpy, was also outed as a pedophile.
No, Groomer,
So,
man siguro ito
Nick-
yung issue.
Pedophile all-star.
Oh no, Christ.
Ay,
Fell down
Nickelodeon.
Schneider.
Kompleto do.
John Crifalucci.
Like the Infinity Stones of Nickelodeon.
like
ano?
Disney.
Infinity Toast.
Infinity Toast.
The children of Thanos.
Charge up dahil no.
Oh, God.
But Kyle Massey is from this Disney
Disney
Channel.
na siya.
Yeah, Kel
Yeah.
Massey's from Disney, so like, they got
Hi.
oh my God, Kel Mitchell and Keenan Thompson. Oh
Hey,
my
those guys are
God.
safe. I think.
Na-cancel sila. Wala man.
Dili ka na, but you know what if they're there, dude?
We do not
DLC
know.
character.
Sila ang ice climbers, like equivalent sa kuan.
No,
sa-
one character nga mga think as Ice Climbers kay Cat Dog.
Pwede sa kuan, Cosmo and
Pwede.
Wanda.
Oh yeah, Cosmo and
What
Wanda.
are ice climbers? I have what?
Ice Climbers ka nang...
Sa Smash.
Remember that
Oh,
game?
is this is a a gamer term?
Yeah, but no, Ice
no,
Climbers is a game.
characters,
It's an old game.
Really old.
It's a two-player game where you climb to the top. And they ended up in Smash as a single character, pero duo sila.
Yeah.
You get to control them separately, no?
Separately.
Okay, so duo character. Okay, now I'm caught up.
Kaso, you don't know, Ice Climbers is a classic game sa kanang mga arcade nga.
Dili, arcade,
Sorry.
NES.
Ah, yeah, sorry, okay? NES di ay. Oh.
Corrected.
Okay, sorry ha, arcade machine na ko ato.
Maghughog piso para ice climbers ka.
Sorry ha. Mo gibuhat sa una. Sorry ha.
I will never-
Anti-poor gid ang gaming gid. Lati jud kayo.
I will never waste a peso on ice climbers, dude.
Yeah, but sa to?
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Ninja Turtles are in that game, no?
No,
Yeah.
duha ra ka book daw si Michelangelo and Leonardo.
You don't think that they're like switchable
Because-
between each
Because
other?
honestly, okay.
Echo Fighter.
No. The thing is, like, honestly, like, those are the the most marketable guys.
Guys,
Because, you know,
TMNT.
the people don't want to be a nerd again, like Donatello. or-
Yo, but okay.
I'm a fan of Donatello, okay? Like,
I like Donatello.
I like
He's my
Donatello,
favorite
too.
one. Like by
Same, dude.
ang din ako gets was si Leonardo, and then like I had a theory sa akong friend na no one ever likes the leader character in the groups thing. It's like no one likes Red Ranger or kanang ingan.
That's where you're wrong.
Yeah,
buddy.
that's where I'm wrong because my friend was like, "Yawa ganon kay Leonardo ba?" And it's like, "Why?" And it's like, "Kay blue siya ba? Ug na siya sword." Oh my god.
Sakto. I mean,
It's got
Okay.
He's got a point.
When you say like no one
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
to be the Red Ranger, like a lot of people I knew, like in my childhood, wanted to be the Red Ranger.
We all fought over Blue Ranger because we like blue.
I preferred being Black Ranger because you know, yeah, big power, big dumb power. Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Gaya ng Johnny Young Bosch no?
Yeah.
oh my.
God. He's like an old dude now.
Yeah, dude, and he still sounds like he's like 12.
Mm.
Kyrie, I have to save Kyrie.
Dante. Pero, so, okay.
Where are we now?
Manghi sa kubi kayo to eh.
Yo,
Pwede mo pause?
no, go pee.
Go take a piss, dude. What the hell? You're cutting off our momentum for that.
Sorry.
You're embarrassing me in front of the guests.
man.
Embarrassing me in front of the wizard.
Will do.
Okay.
Jazz music din.
Alright.
Elevator music din.
I-shoutcast daw yun.
All right. Oh yeah, you're here. You're hearing a really good flow right now going on with Third right now, and
Yeah.
you could hear the sounds. Like he's taken a really really good piss, and
Oh
you
my
could tell
God.
this man has been drinking a little too much beer with all that with
Is it
how
even beer,
steady. With how steady the stream is, there's so much liquid in his body, and it's getting real crazy. That bladder is just on all cylinders, pumping up and down, just flowing out. And finally, the flush is here, and here he
Alright,
is,
and he's
great
back.
success.
Thank you!
Do lain na.
Esports mapupunahig.
That's the first ever shoutcast
Pcast.
Pcast.
Dude, for real,
Ipakan
like,
na sa Twitch.
so yeah, kay mga people who could commentate literally everything. Kay, like, that was one of my biggest inspirations was an ESPN an ESPN ad where some dude went out on a date and he was like, kuan, and yeah, like, na commentator sa kilid na, like, you know, I think he was a FIFA World Cup commentator, like, with the most official British accent you could hear. Like, and right now we are here in the Olive Garden where the atmosphere is electric.
There's a guy who has that kind of it's just a YouTube now. What he does is just he watches things na mag-comment lang siya.
Aussie man.
Aussie man, yes.
Yeah.
He's Australian man, di ba?
Yeah, he's so much of a bogan, mate.
All right, let's get on to the Marvel news now, and then. Shut up! You like Marvel things.
Speaking of Marvel, lingaw ko sa Loki nga finale.
Let's start with Loki na lang,
Yeah, we
or
can start
do you
with
want
Loki.
Black
Loki
Widow?
lang.
Okay, let's get through Loki first. Na, someone commented na Loki is just Doctor Who with a budget.
Whoa.
Which is kind of
What? Why?
There's
Well,
time
to be
travel
fair-
involved naman.
To be fair, if you're doing a multi-dimensional con, like if you're doing a show with multi-dimensional shit and kanang time travel shit, you will always be compared to Doctor Who, and most of the time you will always have a budget. You will always have more of a budget over Doctor Who.
But Doctor Who does it amazingly though. Like,
But you could really tell the
I mean,
effects
yeah,
are cheap
it
as
is.
shit.
I think you really have to get into Doctor Who at a specific mindset or age.
I've met a British person who actually absolutely hates Doctor Who, and he lives in fucking Cardiff.
Yeah.
That's like where Doctor Who is usually like. Like sa Cardiff, diba?
Abi na kung Doctor Who is like this ganang-ganan kayo nga pride and joy sa mga British people sa ilang
I mean,
sci-fi nila nga TV show.
Like, we'll
it's
never.
a staple ba?
We don't know. Like,
I
we don't know until like we ask actual British people. But so far, like the one British person I know absolutely fucking hates it.
It's very pang bata man jud yung show.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
supposed to be educational, supposed to be scientific.
and then-
Yeah.
and it's like some of them had like really good anthology type episodes long, and then like malingaw ra kaan na like that Blink one is like it's really
yeah,
good.
don't blink.
Yeah, the Blink.
Certain monsters are
That was
iconic
really nice.
because like nindot kay ilahang concepts like like kanang the weeping angels, if you blink like
Yeah.
they start moving ingana bitaw like
SCP
pretty cool.
kayo.
yeah, it's really SCP ganan kay kuan ingana.
Yeah. But corny man siya like kanang
I thought nga lang quality kay
Take it from a Doctor Who
No.
fan. It's cheap as shit.
Yeah, muna siya campy siya ba in a way.
Ni-dwindle ang quality over the years.
No,
it's supposed to get better. It's supposed to
get better, sir. But no.
the quality of the show or the quality of the VFX.
Not even like the new Doctor Who maka-save ng mga inana.
Si
Diba?
Wasn't she a girl?
Jodie
girl na, diba?
Whittaker.
Yeah. Wala na ko nakasubay sa
the last Doctor Who I watched na what na naman kay kugan na to was kuan katong Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Capaldi. Yeah.
Did you like him or
Like
He's aight.
he was aight.
okay?
Is that-
Then wala naman na ganun ni Jodie.
I was more of a Matt Smith fanboy, and you know, even before pagid, like I was a Christopher Eccles cake fanboy.
Si Dark Elf.
Yeah,
And speaking of
Dark
Dark Elf,
Elf,
Loki.
I think
It ties in.
We're back.
You fucking nerds. So,
But
yeah, Loki. What do you guys think about Loki?
really
You guys haven't seen it,
Haven't
so
seen
whatever.
it. Okay, paano siya? General question, when ni siya nahitabo sa Marvel timeline?
it's an alternate timeline.
No. It takes place. Lagi.
it takes
After
place
nakuha ni Loki ang
Ang katong
Tesseract,
Tesseract,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, diba? When
Sa
he escaped.
Endgame.
Yeah, when he escaped,
Yeah.
so modal to siya.
So it follows that Loki.
Okay.
So he nasa sa separate nga
Dimension.
timeline.
Oh,
Yeah.
timeline. Yeah.
And
But
the premise is that there is apparently like a TVA, like a time variance authority. What they do is like
Keep in check sa flow of time.
They make sure that the timeline works na linear lang siya.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
they're time cops.
Yeah,
Time
and then
cops.
when
Oh my god.
yeah, and whenever like
Police pagkalawak
yeah,
Lagi dude, bureaucratic sila.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is Tom Hiddleston the modern day Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I don't think he can do the splits. But
Or the tights,
yeah, so essentially,
he looks so offended by this.
Wala, naminaw ako doon. So,
yeah. So eventually, ang nahitaboan na the Loki escapes, and then the cops get him, and then and then we're introduced to this world of the kanang time whatevers.
The time cop. The time
Yeah.
cops.
Time cops, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And then we're slowly being introduced to like a multiverse concept that multiple versions of Loki can like exist, and then the one that dies in Infinity War is dead, and that's how Loki is supposed to die, Jude.
Oh, like, muna gito siya ang be all and all.
Yeah.
When okay.
Yeah, that was supposed to be what happens in the prime timeline.
Yeah.
The
Thus,
true
The
timeline.
true-
What's it called?
Like basically
Earth 616.
616. No. That's the
In
cinematic
comics?
universe is different from Kwan. 616 is. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go.
Oh
to
my
this.
god.
No.
Like we're not doing this. But
But
anyway,
you're doing it.
But I thought 616 ang
Comics na.
MCU.
Comics
Dili
na.
din, no?
MCU is
Dili sila
different.
makuha diyan, na.
Yeah.
My god, fake. Di ko nga kuhan. Good thing no nga. Okay, pakiya na, no? Fuck Marvel. But yeah, Loki, so ito, the thing sa Loki, kay it ended in a way nga ni open up ang MCU to different things. Kay after na ko, naguba nila ang sole reason nga ni singular ang timeline.
Yeah.
So, ni open ang multiverse,
Like,
so this is the.
it's
the
always
twist
been
of the
flirted man
multiverse.
sa gets sa endgame pa na like
Yeah.
multiverse
I mean,
theory
yeah,
is being flirted
pwede.
with.
Yeah, pero
It's
declare
like you have articles written just because a character says multiverse in a movie, and then it's like, oh my god, 10 articles.
Yeah,
what do
pero
they
like-
mean?
Yeah, like, but it's been flirted with, pero like right now, like, multiverse. Like, iko ra mang gitiks itlog. Kanang kuan lahi na sa nga flirting dem no with this kuan.
Kusi ba?
Kusi, ingana lang.
Yeah.
So, were you enjoying it like the entire time na lingaw ka?
I didn't enjoy the first 4 episodes.
What was it to ba?
Yung todo filler kay todo atong Lamentis.
That Lamentis I didn't like na episode. Like,
Episode 1 was
sorry, like
No, that's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
Well,
I like listening to this shit.
okay. So what? You want to get right to the end, Nadayon? Like,
could just talk about the ending na lang.
What happens then?
It gives a bigger kuan gid sa Marvel kay there's a new big bad na.
Yeah, like essentially they run into the end of the timeline, and there's a version of Kang the Conqueror there. No,
Kang. We was Kangs and shit.
He's played by kanang si Lovecraft Country. Once again,
Si Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors. And then
He's a black guy,
reveal ni. Did you have to say that? Okay, and then reveal niya na murag. I as Kang, my history is that ako ang naka-discover sa multiverse, and then multiple versions of myself discovered the multiverse result. And then what happens was like siya ang naka-lead up to a multiverse war because he's apparently the best version of himself, and then there are worse versions of him incoming, and he's stopping them by keeping the timeline. Straight.
He's the reason nga peaceful ra kaya ang timeline sa Avengers before Endgame. So he's the one in control sa timeline the whole time.
So he knows everything.
Was it like mad nga gilabdan sa Avengers ang kuan nga di
Wala, kaya it's supposed to happen.
So
The thing that happened in Loki is beyond na sa realm of possibilities.
And apparently what the deal that he wanted to strike with the two Lokis, like there's a girl version of Loki, and then what he wanted was for them to take over because he was tired.
Basta basically
Gastritis na din siya.
gipatay si
Gorgs
the dude. The ending here is the patayan dude who keeps in check sa timeline.
Because
And then it opens up.
they're given a choice na do you want to keep this peaceful na timeline that I'm like or do you want to kill me, get your freedom, but na ay multiverse war?
But
And then like
Loki being Loki.
you can compare
Yeah.
this to another movie where you can compare it to Watchmen na unsa na like i-reveal ba ni Rorschach na gipatay ni Ozymandias ang mga tao for
ang New
real?
Yorkers or kuan
Or keep the lie. Ingana. So it's that kind of decision that the Lokis get. But you liked it. I didn't like it, Jude.
Naganahan ko do kay pangwarta na sa Marvel and like
it was the only logical kanang kuan. It was the only logical conclusion knowing the fact that Marvel was going to go somewhere that far. 1 and 2, let's be honest here. Loki was always mischievous and free and getting your freedoms.
Lahi ang iyang character motivation sa show, it's not that he's mischievous, it's that he's a survivor.
Kay he has seen his entire life naman happening.
At that point.
Kaya nakita niya, oh my god, I died man day ni Thanos di ay.
Na-realize niya. So he basically kind of escaped death at that point. Yeah. That must be freeing.
Yeah, for
No,
him.
but there was the old Loki. The old Loki is Richard E. Grant. His story is essentially a fan theory.
Lahi na like
It was based on Infinity War that they said. Now, what if Loki was just like lying about dying, and then he was actually hiding at that time?
prop lang siya.
And then so they decided to kanang murag push forward with that idea. Hence, we get the old Loki.
I am so like I feel like that's gonna lead up to kuan karang the movie interpretation of kuan if nga na mag-open ang mga multiverse, mag-abot na ang katong in comics, there's this thing called convergence, ba to, na mag-abot ang mga universes, and then they end up killing each other because physically collide ang universes, and mo kuan. Destroys.
That's deep
I think that's essentially what they're going to tackle with Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And like mahint at na sa Spider-Man No Way Home.
No Way Home.
So
right.
I guess we're going to see the multiverse hatches.
Multiverse?
And
Sam
then
Raimi? Sam Raimi?
Wala mag-hint.
Tobey Maguire?
Rumors ra gid, pero I'm really
Pizza
hopeful nga mahitabo gid.
it's already kanang murag Alfred Molina keeps like saying na, oh yeah, I worked on it, and it's like, oh shit. And then like I think it's gonna be there, and then Sony is gonna bank on it though.
Alfred Molina keeps Tom Holland in interviews.
Pero this multiverse thing, okay, it gives Marvel the flexibility to recast people.
Yeah. And
Yes.
illegitimize nila ang kanang mga things that have come before. So like
X-Men could
the
be
Fox X-Men could be like real.
You know
and,
the one bad thing, the one bad takeaway from this?
what?
Canon ang Eminem nga kanta nga Venom.
There's nothing to. We can't help the Venom thing. It's like China loves that movie, so it's like Venom.
It's money, so
It's not that. I'm fine with Tom Hardy being Venom or being being the Cheese Lord, being the Cheese Lord movie. It is. It's just canon. Like Eminem's Venom song is canon in the MCU.
so it exists.
Venom. God damn.
Yeah, but back to Loki. I was not expecting nga mo open sila sa multiverse nga concept. Kaya WandaVision had it biya.
It was like teased by WandaVision, and then just like someone said multiverse, and then everyone started creaming their pants.
Oh, that's why it got like.
And then it got like bigger, and then we actually see it hatch. Like it's a very slow burn, and ang kairit sa ending sa show, like a lot of it was just really explaining things in a room.
Yeah,
and
expositioner
then,
to siya.
like when the action kicks in, that's when the show cuts off, and I'm like, fuck me, like really, that's how you're gonna end that show? And
They were just finding a way to.
So they're just tickling your balls at this point.
yeah, and then they say like, there's a season 2. Oh yeah, sure, there's a season 2. I'm excited. Whatever. Fuck that. And then
Kusi lagi.
Kusi itlog do.
hindi siya satisfying by parang ako. And then ang sama like no, that's not my thing. Ang sama ko dyan, it's like it got like I think a writer sa Loki said that they were trying to evoke the ending of Planet of the Apes with the ending. And I was like that is not a good thing to say.
With Jonathan Majors, the black man, at the end of the episode. Tayo ni Marvel, no?
I was
What were they
like,
thinking?
I'm pretty sure maybe he doubted it right after he said that.
Are you implying Marvel actually thinks?
Like,
Their editorial direction sa comics is very in the moment. It's terrible. It's
After like 10 or more chapters,
kapoy
New na
terrible.
sa, di bali na sa nga universe na, di siya nga hero.
I don't need that. So like, nagi ko feeling na like, you know, like when were you ever expecting Marvel was ever gonna give you the happiness that you deserve? No.
wala ba eh?
So
Kanang,
we're trapped in this
Mugan.
Kevin Feige cage. You're
it's
trapped.
just at the end of the timeline, it's just Kevin Feige in a can outfit. It's like more like, I'm ready.
Yung kao niya.
I'm old and tired. Are you excited for more of this?
No, I wasn't
multiverse?
expecting, and I with multiverse, yes, indot kayo. It gives more room for possibilities.
Yeah, it does.
Kay Kang the Conqueror naman, kay he's gonna be the one nga mo travel from different
Ah,
and then fuck up people.
He's gonna be the
Avengers.
enemy in Ant-Man. How do you think they're gonna handle that
But
shit?
like, Quantumania, it's 2023 pa, so dugay pa.
Dugay pa.
I think.
Let's talk about something not
I don't
that
wanna talk
complicated.
too gonna in-depth sa mga Marvel na films. No, eh.
But I was building up to Black Widow, and then you don't wanna...
Black Widow. So
What, you got a one-sentence review? Or
Hit me with your
Ikaw, how do you
famous
rate it out of 10?
Facebook post review.
fuck you.
hey, at least Rob saw...
I don't do that shit
I saw
anymore.
it.
Rob saw Black Widow. What did you think?
yeah.
Kuan, nice unta ang murag ang potential sa kuan.
Senior
Pero
joke.
Pero like again, it's a Marvel film. So, it's a solid 5.
Over what?
Yes.
It's wala lang. It's more siya
5 over pila.
5 over what?
5 over
Say-
10.
Oh, ikaw, third.
Ikaw third.
Pero kami.
Talingaw
It's
ako.
Na-add siya +1 point kay ganahan ko sa acting
Florence
ni
Pugh.
Florence Pugh do.
Bye.
Crush kay na ako si Florence Pugh do.
So cute.
So,
Nalingaw na sa ko ni Red Guardian.
Oh, ningaw ang audition ni Red Guardian sa
Guardian was there. He
Like
was,
he's like
yeah,
the
David
Soviet
Harbour, David
Captain
Harbour.
America.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should
Russian.
David Harbour is so like kanang dad energy kayo sa yun.
Uncle kay ba? Uncle kay.
Yeah, I like him in Stranger Things. I like him in Hellboy. Yeah. And then like lingaw na sa nga character there's I'm just sad he doesn't have like his own shield.
wala siya action scenes no gamay ra kaya ang action.
Gamay.
part.
I mean,
Yes,
it's not
one.
even an action scene. You get clobbered bro. Like,
Ang samo was I was able to like predict na dayon kung kinsa ang villain like kanang before the movie I was like Rachel Weisz is the villain, and then like I started the movie, and then pagtanaw na ako it was like the daughter thingy is gonna come back, and then the daughter is probably the Taskmaster or whatever.
Okay, you know Taskmaster.
Oh my
right?
God, Taskmaster is gone.
Is a girl.
Is a girl there in this universe? I'm welcoming this thought.
Yeah.
Babae siya, ay niya, anak siya sa kuan.
Anak siya sa katong villain who's not even a cartoon villain.
Who made her the Red
He's
Room.
just
Epstein. Just call him Epstein.
Okay, fine.
It's a biplop.
Something DY or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Unsa Jabol?
A lot of people are commending the kanang how realistic the villain is, that he's some kind of like
Realistic yun lagi kay it's based on a
he's
real
like
person, man.
lady abductor. And then pero some stupid kayang line na kanang we have access to the most one of the most valuable resources in the world.
Hacker man.
Little girls. So like, fuck you.
Kaya Black Widow program they take like girls.
Like the moment you said Black Widow program, I'm already thinking child soldiers. Little girls,
moment.
Epstein moment like siya do.
Grabe ang realistic sa katong beginning actually, where like they're human trafficking little girls and then putting them in lines.
Putting them in an island.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So the parallels, man.
Isuga gud Marvel good. Basig masakpan no nang kuan. Kita Kevin Feige, right? So Kevin Feige might commit suicide with 2 shots at the back of his head, you know? Because of that little expose of his.
But I can say I think I like it more than Captain Marvel. Murag, mas solid ang direction niya. Na I don't know if it's because they had enough time to edit it because of the pandemic.
I don't mas kanang pag alisudo sa
I think
Captain Marvel or kani ang Black Widow? Which do you prefer?
Filler kayo ang Black Widow for me.
Yeah, because like
It is.
she's dead.
It is.
Wala naman kay mabuhat na.
Kasi consequence to ba't kayo?
Well, it establishes the follow-up na si Florence Pugh.
Iyo ang bagong Black
Or your favorite.
Sige na lang. Black Widow na lang ako pala.
Una-una sa mo, daghang sa iteration sa comics ang Black Widow. Dili naman si
Natasha.
Yeah. Like there were multiple Black Widows in the same universe.
The original Black Widow was in the movie, man. Si Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
Was she the original? Okay.
Yeah.
Pero wala ko masulti, like there will always be kanang kuan, like the Black Widow program makes sense, and like having a successor makes sense because there were multiple Black Widows in the comics to begin with, and they were never kuan. They always called it a code name rather than a kanang kuan, rather than a mantle. It's not true. It's not kuan. For example, Wolverine, or it's not kanang kuan. It's not Captain America na ipasa-pasa ang mantle. No, it's just that's who they are. They're the Black Widows.
Or shock movement or something.
Well, child soldiers turned into, getting Dan Schneidered into adulthood.
It's like, hey, can I touch your feet? And then the injection dayon sa neck. And the next thing they know, they're doing kung fu in a red room. Oh, fuck, Dan Schneider. Bring all the widows back. Yawa, man.
Sabi ni Nickelodeon ganun na sila fighting game.
Sakurai been real quiet yun do pag-announce sa Nick All-Stars niya kuan. Nihilom siya Sakurai.
Diretso na sa drawing board do, mangita na naglaing kuan. Nangita na naglaing DLC.
Well, some people are pissed off about kanang si Taskmaster na babae si
kay like some people are like purist
pero at the same time
it doesn't work well sa movie man good
nga. Sa movie, I understand.
Boring ang paggamit nila ni Taskmaster.
It could have added a lot of color.
So you're telling me nga nga somebody whose power is basically literally copy every move that they see.
Yeah.
They made it boring in the movie.
Yeah.
kaya more man siya ganang obstacle.
Yeah.
More man siya ganang like, oh, to get through him, I have to get through Taskmaster. Yeah, mag-away ka sila.
Yeah. It's kind of like
He's basically Deadpool sa X-Men Origins.
Yeah. Diba?
actually.
Portrayal.
Pero at least tao siya nga makastory.
Bati nga portrayal because like let's be honest, okay. Ako like let me talk about Taskmaster kay like I think dako kay ko fanboyism ng Taskmaster.
Okay.
Like not to say solo series back in the early 2000s nga, there was one point nga because iyahang powers is not photographic memory, it's photographic reflexes. So what they see is they can recreate using their muscles. Nagtan how to beat this enemy na iyang na like di siya kalusot ato nga kontra kay like he's a little too slow, the opponent's too strong and can match his speed. So you know what he does? Day before he raids the day before he raids the settlement or raids the establishment, he watches kung fu movies for like 16 hours and it puros times 2.
What? Okay.
But you know he can't keep it up for long because obviously that's
Limit now.
that's obviously gonna break your fucking body.
Yeah.
But like
In the movie, it's more technology based.
Yeah, technology based yeah,
There's
robotics
a
ba.
microchip sa
More siya AI kuno ay ba
And then na siya marang scanner like mag-fight
Wait,
siya.
cool ba
Scan,
yapon? Like to be
complete.
honest, having technology would be cool. Kay for example, pwede siya if nasa armband nga maka-recreate og shit nindot na kayo Captain America shield.
He has a backpack
There's a backpack of
na maka-recreate og mga weapons.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
What the
cool.
fuck?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, kabanto yan.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Katana.
he gets a katana out of the backpack. He gets a bow.
Dito man nakita
fucking 3D
Sayang.
printer.
Yeah,
behind his
lagi.
back.
Kanang high-end 3D
It's
printer
a
ba?
holographic 3D printer, I'm guessing. Yeah.
In a mini package pag yun.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. That is cool. What do you mean they made Taskmaster uncool with all these cool ass gadgets?
The reveal lang gito.
Yeah.
Badass siya nga action.
No, ba sa action, like, para na ako, dili, inga na obvious ang mamimik niya ang each Avenger.
Yeah, kaya naman gapon siya ko on. Yeah.
He just punches people lagi hapon and it's like,
It's not cool.
yeah, I think they needed more time to emphasize na, okay, now he's Black Panther. Okay, now he's Spider. Now he's...
Like,
Yeah.
Pakita lang mga
Like,
ni
Nipo siya as Black Panther or something.
cut frame nga mo kuan nga na bitaw nga dili cut frame but you know like moving in
Yeah.
kuan silhouette of like Black Panther or something like that like
Wala
would
good.
probably
No, if it was-
any form of exposition, visual exposition would have been fine, I guess.
No, it kind of comes out na the character is kind of emulating na Terminator siya because like kind of unstoppable siya when
Inga na
you
ang
run into
vibes
them.
lagi ko.
So everything they can only do is run away from the Taskmaster, and then it's like, okay, but then you know that he's not the villain because like the villain is the Russian guy,
Yeah.
and then like, lackluster ang reveal niya by the end.
Yeah.
Medyo Epsteino nga si Giselle Maxwell.
Oh yeah, si Ghislaine Maxwell is Taskmaster.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God,
Naka-figure out na ko nga like.
Jesus Christ.
Did you really kill the daughter or something?
Yeah, they keep coming back to that.
Yeah, mugani nga like obvious na kayo. Wala unta ni or
Yeah.
kanang are you sure nga na gipatayin mo siya habot ang kuan.
It's like-
Klaro na kayo.
They're gonna bring it up, and then the Taskmasters. There's gonna be a twist with the character. That's why they're hiding the identity.
Yeah, klaro kayo like the mask na good.
But honestly, like what the hell like ing ana siya like the exposition's too in your face side when it comes to like the dialogue.
Yeah, inana.
It's
It's a Marvel film, dude.
It's a Marvel.
I mean, but
like,
other Marvel
So,
films have done it
some
better. That's the
people-
thing.
Some people are like hoping though na if the actress mismo who played Taskmaster was like the character can come back. But do you think that should be the case, or my pitch was that there's a real Taskmaster na is the one who trained and developed the technology,
Pwede ra,
and
no?
then it's like that can be the real Taskmaster.
Either way,
Okay, she was never killed in the movie, man.
Yeah, she was never
Either
killed.
way,
She was
it's,
saved pa
it's
gani.
welcome to like have Taskmaster like kwan. Kay Taskmaster is in a gray area man sad good like in the kwan, in the comics.
Friends man sa Deadpool, diba?
Friends is
I would not know. Like they have a cover together, and I'm like, friends.
but they're amicable.
Okay.
But since we have the multiverse now,
Wait.
there's a
would
lot of
think-
possibilities.
Bata kay
nani.
I would think that the Taskmaster thing niya is like a she's doing that against her will. So it's kind of weird na she's finally free and then she just decides to keep taskmastering. Like, more give it to a new character na lang because weird ang message ni mo masend.
Yeah.
You put this character back na as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Makes
maybe
sense, makes
related
sense.
Yeah,
to
that's the
local.
reason sad nga 5 ako asad. Kay tungod lang gid ana nga
It could be so much
Reveal.
more. It could be so much more.
Like, so you're just telling me underwhelming siya in a lot of the big parts.
Oh yeah.
yeah, on the big part.
Fine.
New ganahan.
Some action scenes are pretty solid. Like the chase scene in the beginning
Ah,
one
hindot
where
kayo, eh.
David Harbour's on a plane. I'm like,
Ah.
whoa, this I can get into this. This is
I'm pretty sure I
cool.
saw a clip of the chase scene, like, like some of the. I think there was a vehicle chase scene, and I go, whoa, I should watch this
Yeah,
movie.
that's a trailer. Mo to siya.
Yeah, nice actually.
Taskmaster on pursuit nila.
Nice and see Florence Pugh is just a delight.
Siya
in
gana
the
akong reason
movie.
sad nga na 5 sad.
Na 5 sa dako kay siya nga part, di ba?
Ang 2.5 anak nga 5 kay kuan.
Why?
Di, maybe like a 4.5.
Dako agi pa. Dako agi kuan
Yeah.
contribution.
Beyond the start, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? You goddamn
At least
cougars.
Bukto ni Florence Pugh, no?
You goddamn
I wanna
cougars.
get chokehold. But anyway, that's it
So,
for Black Widow.
Yeah, good na.
It's a
The
fun.
MCU is back. Cinema is once again.
Cinema is healing.
Cinema is once again.
Cinema
It's doing a backtrack and it's doing coke again.
Bali man sa ato kay kinumdum ko like daghan kita mag-post ako na nga kuan na. It's been a year since kuan. It's been a year since anyone has ever like done an MCU movie. Nature is healing.
Now it's back.
Balik na. Wala na.
Stay losing Scorsese.
The MCU smog is back.
Okay, so that's it. That's the end of our first half, actually.
We're gonna take a few minutes, a break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
First, a message from our sponsors.
Lingawa aning podcast, uy. Pero usahay, gimingaw man ko anang lokal nga Cebuano music. Asa man ko makadungog ana? Pia?
Check out our friends from Pawn Records and Pawn Press, who recently migrated their local goods, music, and literature to online shopping channels Lazada and Shopee.
Lingawa ba sa aning spirals o burbs?
Support your favorite local authors, artists, and musicians. Score their books as well as physical releases. 60% of the profit will go directly to the authors and artists. Don't want to pay online? The good news is you can order these items via COD. So check out shopee.ph/pawnpress and lazada.com.ph/pawn-press now.
And we're back. All right, so after some like jumping through some Marvel hurdles, now we're ready to get into the meat of why we brought these two here. So Ernest and Rob, magstorya na tag local esports.
So
This was Thirdy's pitch anyway, so Thirdy, please take the lead.
Out of nowhere.
don't put it on me, man.
Because I have no idea what I'm gonna ask.
Because I just noticed that the esports scene is constantly evolving, right? I mean, slowly evolving right now. So why not talk about it with two of the most exposed people's field?
A front end and a back end.
Yeah.
Damn,
Wow.
dude, we're like the reverse mullet na ang front end boy party yun yung business ang nasa likod.
But I'm pretty sure there are more people who are supposed to be apil mag-guest but
Yeah, we diba we talked about nga kinsa ang pwede pag yun nunta nga mas more color nga mas more experience.
Yeah, like people who like kaya ako I can't really call myself like an expert about it kay in the end like kuan man gud daghan man kay kanang kuan mga shit na still that I still don't know that goes on in the back end.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah, but like this at the same time like I kind of went inactive mga like in the latter years na padulong closing into 2020.
Pero you know,
I mean,
a lot
I
of
know.
shit going on.
I know.
You know.
I know nga like
The look in your eyes.
but before we talk about shit going on, let's just take a general general idea on what's this esports thingy in
Yes.
for Bayani na lang.
dili
Yes.
sa capitalize ang S ha.
Yes.
One word gid siya by the way.
Really?
Yeah, kay
Oh
it's
shit,
a
I've been using it so
like E nga dako nga S.
Oh.
We've been saying it nga like in articles kailangan one word naman gid siya because it's validated by the Associated Press. Esports.
Esports.
Na E-sports.
Dili E-sports.
Dili siya like esports jud siya nga one word. No, like email nga one word na siya. So esports.
Whoa,
nga
really? Email is one word?
Di lang pampamilya pang esports.
family.
Balik na ba tayo?
Yeah, wala siya. That's the thing. Pero yeah, esports ka. Yeah.
Okay, karon pa ko na TIL.
Yeah.
So okay, sige. So now we got the history sa esports, how you use it.
Now we have the proper grammar for it.
The reason why you guys are here, okay, there's been a great
Boom.
evolution. There's been a great evolution sa PH esports scene. And
You could say that.
I have noticed that even our governments are backing them up.
Are
Para lang.
they?
And I'm speaking I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
View. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't know what's happening
fair.
behind the scenes. But so far, I've heard nga na support from the government.
Okay.
Yeah, para go for tournaments. Or there's even like, I don't know,
Organizations.
we even have a great team here right now, diba? We're supposed to be like potential. They were supposed to be the next big
what
thing.
gamer do we have a team in has
That's a
potential?
lot.
Dagan.
Dagan,
There
actually.
are a lot of really good Filipino players na like it's because daghan nagikig ka ng mga kuan, mga
Obstacles. We say.
Oh, di.
Obstacles.
I'm gonna say this right now. Like right now, in your PisoNet, in whatever, like wherever you pick up your podcast or wherever you're listening.
Did you say Peacefulness?
Yeah. Pero di, wala ko masulti.
Most Filipino way of
Di,
saying.
wala, like internetan, PisoNets, wherever.
Yeah.
There is someone out there who's really good at video games and they don't know it yet up until they realize nga taas
Taas
sila
sa
grang way kana.
rank.
Unya.
That's what happens.
Kuan, daghang gigig talented nga mga Pinoy when it comes to playing video games. In fact, for example,
Gamer.
Valorant, there's a Cebuano team that ended up in a Southeast Asian tournament kay anagid sila
For
kamayo.
a major. For a major.
For a major tournament na kanang
Should we name
sponsored
the
by
team?
Riot
Pwede
itself.
ba? 60.
Hey, come on, we're praising them. So of
Okay,
course, like we gotta give them a shout out here.
Okay, which
Which team?
did you name the team?
60-45 Pirates?
6045 Pirates ba?
Yeah.
Like kay Talisay man nilang
Yeah,
zip code,
Talisay
diba?
nun sila. Yeah.
They were originally Zeal, right?
If I remember correctly, don't quote me on
wala
that.
ko history kay ikaw, like mas
Yeah,
fun ka na.
wala na ko na-remember good nga, unsa gid sila nga, or but basta nga, when they went to the kanang qualifiers for that major in Iceland kay 60-45 na lang gidala. And gi-praise sila ni the Gulyas Lord sa Talisay. So,
yeah. So I've heard.
Another is kuan sa Dota. We won Dota Gold because of a majority Cebuano team.
Yeah. Shout out to Mac. High school.
Adroit, the boys were kuan like they were from the Adroit team na which was formerly Voyager, if I remember correctly.
Way before na.
Unya kanang kuan they got us a gold medal sa SEA Games.
Yeah, SEA Games. Then right now they're rebranded to Omega naman, di ba?
Ang uban na Omega
Ang uban,
sila.
right?
Yeah, they're sponsored by Smart now for Omega and yeah, like they didn't qualify kay mas daghang mas maayo sa Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Kay daghan sa kay
Pero
mga
at least
Pinoy.
kay like at that point in Dota 2 so far kay majority are Filipinos pa gyud. So,
even South Korean organization SKT.
Yeah.
SKT T1.
T1 right now.
They're putting their Dota team is in Southeast Asia. Their best players are Filipino.
Yeah.
Ing ana sila, ing ana
mga carries,
nagkigrabe
diba?
ang kuan.
Yeah.
In fact, Fnatic, in fact Evil Geniuses, like
Yeah.
America right now has a Filipino for one of their players.
Dota,
Ing ana. So Filipinos are actually incredibly talented when it comes to
Why do you think when it comes to video
Talented.
games?
Eh, wala sa lilang mabuhat.
Sa lulay mabuhat ba?
Is it because born ta sa lag?
Ay, karang like resilient man. Resilient.
Actually, there might be some things supporting that.
Correlation,
Kay naay player sa Dota. His name was RTZ. He talked about how he would train his mind and and reactions by playing in 200 ping servers.
200 ping is a lot.
Yeah. Ma-feel na nimo ang
Ma-feel na niya ang
foresight na.
Even
foreskin, pwede.
Talent na.
Yeah, I remember.
Pero ingana, diba? He talked about that before.
He talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, mo na ang kuan na at that point like kuan lang sagid like ang Pinoy kuan lang gid karang they really just translated kuan video games as kuan. Kay we were exposed to video games a lot diri sa Philippines. Ako pagbata nako kay sige duwa ka ng hugpiso.
Yeah, arcades.
Na kanang mga arcades
Yeah, arcades.
I think we've all been there.
Oh, nga na bitaw
Yeah.
everyone's been exposed to video games one way or another. Unya like some people just really took it more seriously than others. Unya like it seems like we're getting into a revolution nga ang mga Pinoy kuan lang gid kay sila like they're getting recognized for such except League of Legends because like our League of Legends teams suck.
Wait, we suck at League.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've heard but we were once
Almost a decade
Yeah,
ago.
almost a decade ago, we were once like nahatag ta sa South Korea, right?
Yeah, I mean,
for a
no,
tournament.
actually, naka-qualify dito for Worlds, diba? But
Oh,
they
nakaqualify
threw the
kita sa World
fucking-
Tournament, pero you know they were absolute hot garbage, and you know
Like, that was the peak of Faker.
Pero yeah, that was the level. The level of competition before was not as good as it is now.
As it now,
Yeah.
okay.
Nga na, ragid, like we are evolving in other esports better than kuan. We are evolving in other esports better
Like,
than
yeah.
kuan. But you know we're going off on a tangent here, kay. Like we're still gonna have to properly explain what esports really is
Yeah,
and why the
yeah.
rise is coming.
Do
diba?
explain it for us, for the three of us here.
Basically,
I thought you were like
don't-
getting along with it the entire time.
I know what esports is, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for the general public, esports is something kanang organized siya nga, in a way nga, nga how you do sporting events pero in video games. In basic terms, so na dyan siya brackets, na siya qualifiers, na siya round robins, na siya
Sponsors, everything.
sponsors.
Yeah. What video game like qualifies to be applicable to
Literally
be an
anything.
esport?
Anything.
Literally.
You can have like a Candy Crush na esport.
Yeah.
If there's a scene for that, you could.
If there is if there is a big enough market and
Yeah.
there is a big enough kanang kuan scene for it, there will be.
There will be.
Tetris esports
Yeah.
exists.
Oh, yeah.
One of the
no?
very first man ang that
One of the
way
most
before.
beautiful too.
Pac-Man,
Like,
right?
Huh?
Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, I watched that Netflix. There's a documentary about
Like
like,
the
mga
famous
different
gamers.
esports.
since the 60s, ever since like the introduction of Pong, the introduction of many other
Yeah.
games, there was always the level of competition.
Yeah.
And yeah, like esports now is just the officializing of like karang nga competition. Like right now, there are still people that reject esports. For example, certain parts of the fighting game community reject esports because they want. Yeah,
Yeah.
Really? And then they're the ones na pinaka sport
Competitive.
jud ang ilang competition jud ang
Oo.
ilang game.
Pero it's
Salty.
because like some people sa fighting game community like to how do I describe it? Kanang keep the culture alive in a sense nga kanang magkiat-kiat, like there is no okay right now when somebody says esports friendly, sponsor friendly, kanang mga kuan like
ready na siya
yeah,
for,
you can't carry yourself with
encapsulation
like
of some things.
absolute like you have to carry yourself with some sort of kanang kuan like you know an air of respectability. But let's be honest, fighting games tend to be really ghetto. I
really
love it
ghetto.
like that.
Yeah, like na siya great good bitaw nga nindot kay siya.
And also like there are other kanang esports personalities pushing for kanang more kanang leaning towards kanang bigger names, bigger kuan.
Bigger
And
name what? Games?
bigger
Or-
name players. For example, like you should give famous players like a better spot in the bracket rather than get them a chance to be beaten by some random dude that like some dude named Pussy Eater 69 beats
Yeah.
beats Sonic
I've
Fox.
seen that guy. Is it the Tekken guy, right?
Like, the thing is
There's a dude named
Pussy
Pussy
Eater?
Eater.
I'm not entirely sure
I'd
either.
say but
Can I ask what are like the top 5 nga titles for esports? Like what are the top 5 biggest communities na esports?
Well,
na
first
local?
of
sa
all
Atoa
is-
lang sa first. Like we could
Philippines?
limit it sa Atoa na lang.
Oh, wait, sa Cebu?
Philippines.
Philippines.
Philippines. Let's go Philippines.
Dota is number 1 up there.
Dota 1. Okay.
Dota 2.
Dota 2.
No.
Dota-
I like Dota number 1.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, so you have Dota. Nasad kay right now recently rising Valorant.
Valorant is fast rising.
Yeah, pero this is in no particular order because I feel like ang kaning third option I feel like is like the highest in terms of kanang player base and kanang accessibility. Mobile Legends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely kanang kwan. Everyone plays Mobile Legends.
Yeah.
Like everyone. It's obnoxious to the point.
Yeah, it really is kay like everyone can play it. If you have a decent
Yeah.
phone, you could.
like
If I remember correctly, naabot ta og international level for
We
ML,
played
right?
at Cebu.
we have a world-class team even though like most of like the Mobile Legends player base is stuck in Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
So like,
Okay.
Kinsa man nag-develop ng mobile
Muntan.
Munton.
which is
Yeah.
where
China.
China.
Muntan is a completely different kanang kwan issue. Like we're gonna delve on that
Okay.
later.
Okay, 3. So, what are your 4th and 5th?
Fourth and fifth.
Maybe League.
Maybe League.
I mean,
You really have to
League
put it
is done naman
there.
good. For me, in the Philippines, kay League is done.
League is dead.
I'm gonna here.
it's free to play, diba?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
it's
but
free. But like,
by dead they mean like ang strength sa community ba?
wala,
Yeah,
wala naman. Like,
patay gigayo.
Murag ko nang ni-move on na mi ba? Like,
Everyone's like every league player na kanang sikat diri si Cebu kay na Wild Rift player
na Wild Rift player or na Mobile Legends or something.
Okay, so
Yeah.
easy can transition.
Yeah, kay like same man at least kay ang kon ang
Like-
mechanics sa game same.
Yeah.
Whereas for me nga gikan jud kog league full time nga nagsigera kog duwa kay nibalin ako ginahinay to Valorant. So like it's a really different game. So mo enjoyable
Yeah,
siya.
so I think Wild Rift would
Well, Wild
fill
Rift,
that,
yeah.
fill that fourth
Wild
spot.
Rift, yeah.
Onya, I guess Tekken kay daghan kay
Tekken
man
here
wide
and
kay
Cebu.
Tekken here is so big, like
Cebu, Philippines,
Cebu,
like
Philippines, yeah.
general like.
I think that's why we got the appropriating character katong si Josie
Josie
Rizal.
yeah. In fact, naikuan like what do you call this like. Harada absolutely loves the Philippines. Mailhan gid mo.
Yeah.
Like mailhan gid mo. He even was thinking about collabing with Kwan Jollibee to make a Josie B skin.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Like he announced it to Rev Major, like I remembered. But
Yeah,
then I'm pretty
Rev
sure
Major
like
was so big. I saw the crowd, man.
I was there and I was the happiest man on earth. Like daghan kay ko gipang take nga videos niya kanin kumot kay si Yuyu. But aside from that,
Yu is like a professional Tekken player.
Thanks for the context. I was just laughing to be polite. I was just like, is that a dude's name?
Was Arslan there? I don't
no, Arslan wasn't there yet.
Rev Major,
okay.
when it's always in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's a Philippine.
It's a Philippine major for Tekken. Yeah, in
It's
Manila.
the Philippine event. It's the Philippine event.
Yeah.
For fighting games.
Okay. Let's keep going. Let's go back sa what's the most popular game sa ato adre? Ay kanang what are we good at sa Philippines?
What are we good at? Shooters.
Shooters. Right now, shooters. Kaya like, when it comes to mobiles, mga good kay there's a lot of strategic and like coaching and shit like
It
that.
requires brain power.
It actually requires brain power, man. Good.
It's like
Can I ask about the state of Overwatch?
Dead.
Now that Jeff from the Overwatch team is
Dead.
gone.
Dead.
I mean, don't say that.
Hindi siya, ha? I played against third and way before way back.
Semi-pro ba yan ni siya?
Semi-pro ba siya?
Well, really?
Yeah.
Semi-pro ba yan ni siya Overwatch?
Yeah.
Man, dude. Like, I can't
Who was your main third?
I was the best Harambe player.
He was the best Harambe player, no doubt.
Man, you were so good in a competitive
Remember
shooter
it,
for
diba?
people who are bad at competitive shooters.
You don't even need to aim. So
I was mostly in it for the waifus. They're top tier.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a reason why it's still alive.
Pornhub's removal sa mga SFM content was the final nail in the coffin for Overwatch.
But no. Okay, so
There's scroll.
Yeah, but let's go back.
there's still a scene
Go to
though, like for
Pornhub
Overwatch.
Yeah, here. Naman good. Napak yung mga couple of friends.
There are Filipinos who actually ended up sa BlizzCon for an official tournament.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Like
Napa, actually.
in respect to them, like Overwatch is still like
Here.
trying to live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even without Jeff.
But
from the Overwatch
Blizzard
team.
esports isn't very
Dili na kay
inorganic
esports.
man ay di man na organic ilang esports nga growth.
What do you
Usually
mean?
they
Expound for...
they usually mang-hire na sila mga players. Dili siya natural ang growth sa esports nga community ba?
So kay sila mamayret og mga laing
I think
Yeah.
gibut what sa tawag na
roster gid sila nga like drafting and shit or
Oh.
Ay,
Piliunon ba?
That's kind of ass. It's too sportsy.
yeah.
I just remember na like I know that Blizzard is getting like a lot of people are worried about the company going downhill kay like after the
Activism.
issue nila with the Hong Kong activism
they really suffered
dako kay to nga blow nila gid.
Yeah.
and then karon nawa na si Jeff and then like everyone is like what the fuck is happening behind bars.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
nobody
and we're never gonna see Overwatch 2, the sequel that nobody asked for.
Yeah.
Pero the
It's
thing
like
about
Jesus, this game is
the
just
thing
2
about
years old.
Overwatch song why it flunked like kanang they were on a very fast rise nga mo rival sa League of Legends kay
Nindot gidon ta
Yeah.
kay ilang rise actually.
Yeah.
Kaingon ko.
yeah but
I was there.
yeah diba then I got hyped for it ba again. I bought the
semi-pro
fucking
good si
game.
third at
Na
to.
semi-pro good si third.
Damn it. I'm sitting here with
Yeah.
a celebrity. Fuck you. That was famous.
But anyway, the mistake there kay like they were banking on too much for esports ba. They were not there for the game pag yun. Kay like unlike sa league ba nga like nga steady ilang like slowly but surely nila gitarong anong infrastructure sa League of Legends nga esport, let's say, kay lahi-lahi mag-league per countries. Sa Overwatch, kay they banked on 100% there sa esports nga. Nakalimot sila nga, it's still a game that everyone can play if they bought the game.
And the worst part was kuan sa dagan sa kasi statute of limitations for a lot of kanang players. Like for example, like no more one tricking, no more kuan.
Oh yeah, katong tututu, that tututu killed the fucking game.
Naglisod silang manage
boy.
sa
I didn't like it.
demand
Yeah.
sa players, no?
Yeah, like wala na kay flexibility ba.
Like lack of flexibility will always kill a game. mo gina ko masulti.
Yeah, di kato pag yun nga like restrain na gyud ka ba? Grabe ra kay to ka restrain nga instantly Sinatra went out and went to Valorant and succeeded there as soon as
Succeeded as he gets sexually accused.
Yeah. Shout out to Sinatra. You'll be back soon.
Just like a lot of Dota Kwan people back then pag last year nga gi-accuse of Kwan sexual.
But we've reached to a point nga international.
Are we gonna delve into kanang
international nga feel?
sana mga predators in the scene or
That's gonna take a new episode.
we're trying to get people interested in the scene.
Like there's so many Dan Schneiders out there.
Yeah. Take everything with a grain of salt.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, especially I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to our what's the difference between the culture, the esports scene in Cebu and
Manila. Or in any na lang.
In any would be a good.
How many esports scenes could you say are like
usually
here in the Philippines na unsa sa sila kadako?
Okay.
First, ikaw Nas you have been to Manila. I just recently started
working for a Manila company, diba?
Yeah, so shout out to Oasis Gaming.
Wow.
So in my case kanang kuan lang like it's just because the advantage of being in the capital daghan gikay kanang kuan daghan gikay mga events daghan gikay kanang mga resources. Yeah. It's honestly like amazing kay almost everything is either sponsored by Globe, sponsored by Smart, sponsored by kanang kuan, sponsored by PLDT may ana kay kuan man gid it's right there. It's easily accessible kung makapanguyab kag PR dito like
dako ba jud
lagi
dako ba jud ang income anang games run like the stats like
flat
real?
out like makaingon ko nga kuan like super marketable like hapit na ng possible games like makaingon ko nga like in Manila like the events are bigger because they have access to literally everything they want.
Yeah, everything.
So what does that leave us Cebu people?
Building
lang sa
building mura gina
build
like it's a progressive verb rather than a kanang kuan
kanang stop a goal kay there's no stop man good at this point ka it's still kanang a rising pagid nga unsa na siya infrastructure for a lot.
Infrastructure is super important. That's why like kuan like digi ko ganahan sa whole idea na whenever orgs like see competition they'd start trying to either sabotage or discourage people from joining those orgs.
That's juicy.
I mean,
okay.
It's true. It's real. It's a real issue.
There's like politics involved, you know?
Yeah, or even like
honestly, like competition is great. You can also collaborate with these competitors.
Yeah. They don't see that ba nga. Kanagong like, ay kay mas kay usually it's a league na problem. Back in the day, kay like, ay mas mahayo na sila, dili na lang may manuwa. Kay ba may ma-clubboard na may yan eh. Mungkin na siya ang main problem. Then, ang point sa nako, ang permin ako ingnon sa mga new players kay why don't you try and like try to like learn from them sad ba and like try to collaborate sad soon nga like maybe you could duo up or party up in a game
or kanang kuan scream each other kanang kuan
so there's an issue in morale and
naapod like
mentality
pud there's something with like Cebuano people nga mentality gyud nga problem nga they couldn't go to the next step
there are so many mental midgets dire sa kuan. Like
I think it's metal little people.
Like I don't mean that in a sense to slight kanang kuan. I don't mean that in a sense to slight actual like short people.
Yeah,
but you are a little man mentally. Mo na ako masulti like when it comes to kuan kanang
you think of it you have to think of it nga in a way nga this is something competition isn't always about winning, it's always about like learning, growth.
So the real esports are the friends
it's the community
way.
So the real esport is the
friends we made
okay so the thing is like what's preventing the rise said here is like at one point murag daghan kay kana mga relationships na makuan kay because of false promises kana mga kuan daghan kay kana the thing is in Manila there's still that pero at the same time they do deliver on good content. They do deliver on kanang kuan
consistent
content
pa yun. Another thing ang consistency dito grabe kay sila ka consistent.
You could tell man they have the resources.
That's
and
the problem.
They've been doing that shit for longer than us.
Ang problem kuan said like another thing is like people are more willing to screw over other people there. Pero like,
understandable.
Pero kana gid ang kuan like the truth of the matter is kanang Cebu is still so immature when it comes to kanang thinking of competition, thinking of kanang infrastructure, and thinking of actually I don't know thinking of actually like giving good benefits to to the people that work for them.
Yeah.
Pay your tournament organizers. Pay your videographers. Pay your
video
talent.
editors.
Or the people on the top.
Pay your
of the-
writers properly.
Pay your writers properly. Kana mo gina ako masulti nga kanang daghan kay kuwang. Kay even in Manila daghan kay nga nakasakit. Pero like here, it's more blatant kay there's only like one big esports org diri Cebu.
Maybe two.
Maybe two, maybe one, maybe two nga na bitaw like like ang kuan gid ako mabantayan is kanang for example and it's not like they're hiding it. For example, like kanang na usa ka esports org diri Cebu nga they're doing a job posting. They have to like we're looking for a video editor. I'm sorry kinahanglan sad maayos sad sila mo kanang handle social media. Kinahanglan illustrator, kinahanglan sa illustrator, kinahanglan sila mo Photoshop. Mo ba niya is it work at home dili on site
On site ni siya. You have to bring it back.
Unsay sweldo and it's a 10 to 5 job. Mo ba? Unsay sweldo dako sad. Di ko ando.
10,000 ka.
10,000 kada buwan niya kanang parit niya kanang libreng snacks.
Nailibang snacks, libre ka on. Ganong ganahan gamers.
Would anyone actually want to work there?
It's like
Yes, kay family man
slavery
daw.
with extra steps.
Kay family man daw.
Get that
Where
Dominic
are
Toretto shit out of here, dude. Mo gina ko masulti gid pirmi ana. Like get that La Familia.
Like you have to think of it bang like if you're trying to do that kind of infrastructure, you also have to think nga this is a business, this is a company growing. But if you want to think of it that way,
The thing is, okay, for example, ha, kay, like I know they're still kind of alive, but they're still gone. Like Forgiven, for example, ang katong previous nga like big org diri sa Cebu, kay they didn't have kanang consistent sponsors. They didn't have kanang kwan. They
made it from the ground.
Yeah, they only had kanang partnerships with certain kanang internet cafes and that's where you build.
Yeah,
it's just ang kanang mga decisions afterwards went down south.
Kaya like they weren't like really thinking it through bang like you could extend this further.
Long term, long term thinking pero the execution wasn't there.
Yeah,
this one, ang current big org sa Cebu, ang problema nila is naman sila sponsor.
Yeah, they do.
Dako kay sila kwarta ng sponsor. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
they're undermining.
So generally, we're not doing well sa aning koan sa ato ang competition with.
Competition is there. Ang ako lang kay like how they actually manage how to stay things afloat and growing.
Yeah, here's the best part. It's a pandemic. Please start arranging events.
Here's the best part. There's a pandemic. Okay.
Here's the best part. It's an opportunity for a lot of these orgs in Cebu to start creating content. Okay, because of the fact that there's less of logistical risks because it's a pandemic. It's just gonna be.
You could try everything.
You could try literally everything. You could try experimenting on small tournaments online. I know it's hard online. Kay nasa na yung mga connectivity issues. But no, like you have so much space right now in comparison to like live events. Like there's less things to use money up upon.
Yeah, actually makasave pa siya then
so there's more possible projects to be done. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna transition to the part now. Why esports is rising is because of the fact now because there are online events, daghan kay mga personal tournaments, kabantay ko like na mga invitationals, for example, shout out to Alexa Asahina, she made her own kanang Tekken Invitational, and people were going there because they wanted to play Tekken. People wanted to play. It's more like you have an audience and you need to motivate them to do something. And these guys will join literally anything. For example, Tekken community, the players here in Cebu joined a tournament sa Toyota just to win a t-shirt because they just wanted to play.
Yeah, they just wanted to play lang good with other people.
Bahalag na yung registration fee, bahalag na yung kanika. They just wanted to play. Muna na masulti na ako. It irritates me nga kanang kuwang tas events. Kuwang tas sa kanang kuandre sa Cebu.
So, what could you say man sa like what's the future naman ani eventually if ani gyapon ang pace sa development sa
let's say
orgs.
We can stop wearing masks by late 2022.
But if this kind of pace continues, like nobody's making events, people are more threatened by competition than anything. Iloilo's gonna surpass us.
Yeah, well, Iloilo's already.
Iloilo has already surpassed us. They have a thing called Acad Arena where universities.
Can I shout out the guy?
Oh yeah, Justin. Big shout outs to Justin, by the way.
Papa Justin, boss.
Kaya shout out today.
Yeah. So the thing is, like with like for example, Acad Arena is doing a really good model of like getting universities from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. All of them competing for whatever or for a title.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
There's
what game?
League of Legends,
Indot siya daw. It's a good-
Valorant, ingana, oh.
It's a good incentive like to
kaya,
keep kanang school pride.
Do you think na until now esports is still kind of the black sheep of sports? So like kanang when schools are like, what, you want to make an esports
bitaw,
league?
no?
What the fuck is that?
Here.
Naay mga schools and universities that are already getting into it. If I remember correctly, San Carlos is getting into it.
Yeah, slowly getting into it. Pero
Yeah.
dili siya ingon nga kanang like
Fully supported.
Kanang ingon nga varsity naka nga level at least kay na
They're recognized as an org.
Recognized siya. Dili siya.
So there's that one, yeah. Another is Ateneo de Cebu. They're
Ateneo de
recognizing
Cebu
their kids
kaya.
as kuan.
Imagine if like ang nani varsity teams ang mga universities on an esports nga game. Ba?
Manila has a lot.
Manila. Every major
Santo Tomas. Santo Tomas.
I guess if there's money to be made, no?
There is money to be made.
There is money to be made.
But this
Yeah, but
like
kinda
usually
like-
the people who run these schools, they're old people.
Yeah,
man,
they're
touching
mga priests and
children.
it's like, oh my god, there's a bikini elf demon in it.
Like, they're the total boomers, dude.
boomers
like,
kayo.
Wala ko masulti like kuan gi kayo like
Imagine the potential
it's
for
the demons, dude. Mo ngani masulti
It's
lang
the demons.
League of Legends, yung mga anong tawag dito? Yung mga tumatawag sa iyo ng Lodi, mga ano yan, mga
Lodi
demonyo. Kasi si Lucifer tsaka demon.
Pride demons.
Demon. But yeah, ang ako lang said, if they keep their pace like this here in Cebu, kaya like it's the same cycle of everything. Like they make an org, they won't last long. Make another org again.
Exactly.
Kabantay ka?
I noticed
Constant
that. No?
resets.
They keep jumping from like
Constant
another
resets,
shit
and
from
it's
another.
disappointing kay like we know that these minds are brilliant enough to start doing kuan. Ingana.
So lang ang structure, ang organization.
Yeah, organization
should
lang
kayo.
yun. Kaya they think of it as like a hobby, which I
Yeah.
really don't see it. I don't see it in a hobby.
You gotta go all in.
Oh yeah, if you're like siguro if you're from the outside looking in, it kind of looks very like frivolous. Like,
yeah.
For example, it kind of equate nimo siya, for example, with action figure collecting. Like, what if I who collect action figures suddenly go like, there should be a league for action figure collectors, like kanang kung unsa ka complete imong collection or how clean it is. Like, people are gonna be like,
the
you're
thing is,
fucking
like,
insane.
People are arguing na like it's basically it's still the spirit of competition. There is as much as
Yeah.
it is as much as complicated as it. Okay, not really, but like it is just as competitive as chess. I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like ako na after. Did I tell you that? Na after I saw like Queen's Gambit and then unsa sila ka intense mo takes ilang chess. I was like, oh my god, that was
chess.
the esports of that time. Like kanang
Yeah.
that was the
Sport of that.
sport manang.
Yeah, but yeah,
Because it's a game on a board
if you see it that way,
lang.
but like it's not physical.
Like imagine chess, no? Please nerf Queen. No.
no,
She's broken.
Yeah. The thing is,
Like at least can adjust na ba ang chess sa ana nga like they do Twitch streams.
yeah.
chess tournaments are the shit.
streams.
How dare all of you laugh at that?
Actually, can they explain?
Uh,
Like even like katong like the big names like si Caro og si
Magnus, di ba?
Si Magnus.
They keep streaming.
Oh,
they
sige,
can
sige.
sila.
Yeah,
and
and they have big kanang Twitch names like involving getting involved in it.
Oh.
yeah.
But yeah, for real, guys, like it's really honestly like esports is just as competitive as chess. In fact, like there's less manners than in chess. Like I feel like
Yeah, of course.
chess players are really well mannered because they're actually educated. Pero
monkeys like unlike kind of gamers as monkeys.
Yeah,
like,
pero the toxic and there's an issue in toxicity.
Lahi ilang toxicity pero ato di kay mas blatant gyud.
no, absolutely. Okay. I come from the fighting game community, right? Like, or at least I'm more soaked in the fighting game community
Yeah,
now.
soaked in salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Salt mines?
dili ingon I come from the fighting game community kay like that's a lie. Like nagsugod ko sa league and then transition ko to Tekken.
Yeah.
Pero like, oh god, I love the fighting game community. Like magtan-aw ko ka ng mga old videos of like, for example, fucking
Evo.
Smooth Viper like beating Ryan Filipino champ Ramirez and yeah, yung gibuhat like pagpildi niya gianaan din si Ryan.
Yeah.
He grabs the dude's shirt and starts screaming in his face.
That sounds unprofessional.
It's amazing.
It's
Pero
amazing.
it was fun, man. Kung may
That's
anak ka pa.
funny,
It's
but
memorable.
like
it's ghetto.
you
It's
can't
ghetto.
do that in
It's so
a.
gritty, man.
I don't think you can do that in a
You
professional.
get a
sports
technical
setting.
foul in basketball for that.
It's like You lose one round, boy, or he gets 2 free uppercuts or something.
Okay, he gets a free throw.
Nothing.
You get a Hadouken from the enemy.
But then again, like in
Hadouken.
respect to fighting games, it's just really the culture magud kay side by side niya.
Yeah, like
as long as nobody is kanang you get DQ'd anyways if you actually punch a dude in the face because obviously you're a threat to this guy and the rest of the other players that you're gonna face. So,
but for the most part kay like ingana lang yun. Kanang intensity magud kay mahugman sa siya nga intricate sad siya and intimate siya kay dool magud sila to each other. They could basically scream at each other if they want.
So it's kana the handshakes lagi.
Yeah.
After that, after game appeal the other team.
oh my God.
Handshakes do.
Okay,
You can
so-
feel him on defeat.
So for the listeners right now, like I want you to start searching a video called Sanford Kelly Throws His Stick, which is like honestly one of the best fucking like salt kind of moments ever that I've ever seen in a fighting game con video, where he just gets beat. He picks up his fucking fighting stick. And para sa ng gidani Rob karon.
Okay,
Yeah.
a fighting stick is a controller,
Yeah.
a box.
Yeah, it's a box.
think I've
Like
seen that.
kita mo nang sa arcade like
Kanang
with the
hugupis
yeah,
ba?
yeah, yeah. Like the arcades have like the buttons and the stick, right? So those are nowadays there's a controller in a portable ning ana.
Yeah.
The dude just picks up his stick. Mind you, the cheapest stick right now that is Philippines is like
5K?
3,000 to 5,000 pesos. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 days.
And he his is like a premium one, and he just picks it up, and because of how angry he is because he lost, he just throws it all the way to the ground, full force. Nagamadungog ginimos ti buok kuan. Like Picas, like 3 rooms away. This man was in New York. No, wait, no. This man was in New York doing this, and you could hear it all the way in Philadelphia.
what game was this, man?
What a
Street
cringe.
Fighter.
What a cringe.
The gamer, dude. The gamer rage. There's even a recent issue na gipusil jud siya, like an actual gipusil jud sa
That's in Madden, right?
Madden na siyang game.
Oh,
Madden,
yeah.
like the Madden is football, right?
Yeah.
It's simulated football.
Wait, American football?
Simulated American football. Yeah.
Basically, this dude lost. Yeah, dugi na kanya siya ni claim ani nga ni Vi ani nga throne mga champion nga on. So after napildi siya tong this dude gawas siya, ko siya pusil.
Start shooting up the
patay
place.
niya, eh.
Start shooting up the place.
Yeah.
Patay niya ang yung kuan, yung rival nakapildi
I
niya.
would think school, like, my chance na school shooters, like, play video games, no?
Big chance.
There's a big chance. There's a big chance.
Like we're not.
There's a big
I'm not gonna.
Venn diagram
nato,
of school
ipa-research
shooters
nato.
and video games.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say like the mental one. It's not that. It's just kanang kuan like it. Like it comes back to the point now. Video games tend to be an escape for a lot of people. So a lot of kanang kuan like that's why right now like pro esports teams tend to have psychologists in their kanang kuan like really big.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, can I share this?
Yeah, you
Okay,
go.
Okay, so there's this team in Counter-Strike named Astralis. They always get to like the semifinals or the finals but they never win. What jud sila kasabot nga no? Maybe kay like down kay sila or dali kay sila ma-distracted. So, after anak kay they were looking for solutions and what they stumbled upon is they hired a team psychologist. And then so that means nga like mag-talk sila every after game, what can they do better? And that also includes nga like mag-physical jud sila, like
exercise, regiments and everything.
Yeah, like sponsored jud sa organization. After that, kay they won like straight majors.
Oh.
They won Grand Slams nga worth $1 million.
Oh, that is
then like
nice.
kanang kuan, they are named right now the greatest team in CS:GO history. Astralis, yeah.
Oh yeah, Astralis.
Astralis, yeah.
They were one of the first few na to adopt the
Maybe
whole idea of a
yeah.
sports psychologist. Kay League of Legends team started getting it. Kay super important manggod ang mental game. And yeah, that's why like pro teams right now na kanang who can afford psychologists, who can afford like their
Like
own
a medical
personal
team,
gyms,
yeah.
medical teams. In fact right now like even some teams right now are in fact like getting kanang medical experts kay para to preserve the risks of their players.
You know,
ilang
Faker's hand
karpata,
is
no?
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, Faker's hand is insured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Insured to siya daw. Pila to, dako ito eh.
$2 million?
Something like that.
Yeah, something big.
Jesus, like, I
Yeah.
prescribe you with booby mouse pad.
That is a terrible ergonomic choice. Do not.
Don't do it, man.
Do not.
But yeah, like you should see ba nga how much they want to invest on it para sa success sa ilang organization. Not just because of their players lang, but also as a whole, yun nga, like, we can be like this. We could be as organized as this. And, like, kanang at a bigger scale ba nga, makalook nga seriously nga, oh, they have this sa day. We should take it more seriously.
And that goes back to the point said in Kwan, like when people say that it's not real sport, it really is. Like it's so competitive, it's so Kwan. Kanang how do I describe it na kanang kuan? Oh yeah, I've been in the nationals. Kuan like
Tekken.
Yeah, not just Tekken sa Dota.
Dota, yeah.
So the owner of one of the orgs was a former volleyball coach, and he made it a point. He made it a point nga the players would review tape. Kanang pina sports team gid ba? They'd review
Like,
tape, what they did right, what they did wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, nagi ka ng mga regiments, mga anak kay para lang gid kuan nagit sila proper nga kuan, and they went up kanang murag they constantly like hit kuan. They constantly hit first place first season of the nationals. Ing ana gina niya nasa to sila kanang reward system, ing ana.
Yeah. Kay, that's what I kind of did to one team here before. Yeah. Kanang like nag-analyze ko sa games, I could see their like how they kanang move up together, how asa sila sayop, you could do this instead of that.
Do we get that kind of support here sa atong mga
kanang I kanang sa ako ang part kay I wanted to incorporate it, and I don't know sa uban teams
sa Cebu ba, like
Mo lagi
from our
dito
Cebu
Cebu.
na coaching pero dili siya in a way nga kanang yung super in-depth nga like kanang to the mathematical point good nga like kamo kay mo lose mo team money ani manang napildi mo ani around.
The thing is here like makaingon ko like some of the coaches here are bums.
Oh yeah.
Like absolute fucking bums.
How old
dude.
are the coaches? Are they people who?
Some of them are even younger than me.
Younger than me. Napagay uban nga like actively playing pero dili sila good into the namagay dynamics nga like on coaching and on playing good mismo.
How did they get the coaching position?
It's just
consistency.
One consistency, and two like mindset, and three like have you ever heard of like this is the weebest thing I'll ever say, spectator Sharingan, where outside looking in.
I was ready for. I didn't know what I was gonna get. But
I get the point.
But pay off just the weebiest thing. Like
spectators sharing.
Okay, explain.
Outside looking in, you see more details than the person playing.
Kay like mahug mo gud nga matunnel vision ka. So like as a spectator kay normal spectator so nag team fight nagbugno.
Wala wa ka kabantay lagi ato. Ano dito?
Hala ni play siya word ani pag tungod ani nga word kay nakadaog sila ni nga fight.
Like spectator Sharingan like mo nang kuan gina like dako gid nga issue. Like that's why like some people would take kanang lower kuan, like some people would take other players and ask them like, hey, can you coach me for this kanang unsay review nimo.
Nagay uban coaches gali nga not even high ranks good.
Okay, ang kuan mo good it's sometimes people are just kanang kuan biased towards their own views and they realize they need an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Pero real coaching goes beyond just analysis. Mosulti ko. Real coaching needs to incorporate discipline to their players. Real coaching needs to incorporate kanang kuan certain practices like regiments and you need to kuan. For example, a local university team here fucking sucks sa League of Legends. Kay ilahang coach kay ilang gisulti ra gid kay kuan kanang play 10 solo queue games a day. Wait, come on.
Yeah.
That sounds like
which is not a kuan good kay like kay if ang kuan magidana ang common magidana is find a scrimmage mo.
Like a coach needs to find kanang another team to play with you to do to simulate kanang to simulate other.
Can you do that? Mag-friendly mo.
Dagan.
To be honest dili na work sa in a proper gid nga infrastructure dili gina na trabaho sa coach nga mangita og ka scrim.
Ang manager
naman gali gina. Ingana gina siya bang
like mag-establish. Nagina kanang ingana like you managers need to find kanang other teams to scrim with. They're willing to they're willing to share some of their strategies with ingana bitaw. Kaya in the end it's a back and forth man sad good. Like you're improving that team, they're improving you.
Yeah.
Ingana bitaw niya kanang another is like proper regiments for the you need to make sure your players are happy and satisfied, so you constantly ask them what they need,
what they need.
In the end, like once again, it boils down to the sensibilities of sports.
Yeah.
Running organizations, running kanang with these teams. They know what they're doing. Kay they already have like these ideas. But kaning mga orgs dire, like ang mga teams dire uban, they think na kaya ra, coach kay mo analyze na siya kay bright ni siya nang duha. Di bugo man ka. Ang kuan mong ana. Naungs buang.
Continue.
Naungs buang eh. Like,
sige ko katawa that this Harambe is your main and it's like he's not looking like it.
He plays like a fucking gorilla.
Let's go back to the drama involved here.
Yeah, ang ako masulti gid is kanang you're so fucking dumb if you think nga kanang igo ra na kana like you have good players and you could let them play video games and mo improve sila. No. They're gonna fucking plateau because they don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, the difference between kanang online play and pro play, dako kay diferensya. You know how like let me compare it to basketball.
Brian Scalabrine?
Good comparison. Kay kani.
Okay.
So there are millions of people who play basketball
Around the world, okay?
around the world, diba?
Yes.
There are millions of people who
This esports nga.
I
Lord.
know the
Lord.
sport.
Sige, diba?
Okay, there are millions of people who play basketball around the world.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of thousands of people who are probably in a high school varsity team.
In America.
Diba?
Let's say.
America or even the world
Yeah.
gapon. There are thousands of people in a pro team that is not the NBA.
Yeah.
But
Like-
there are only hundreds of people in the NBA.
I think the number is like
400. 400.
top
Mga na.
top 1%, top 0.5%.
Basically, you need to be... Ang kuan gina na is, high level online play is basically just kanang mga maayo nga tambay. Pero pro play is basically PBA. Unya, world level play is NBA.
NBA. Ingana siya ba?
Ingana bitaw.
Or super fine na gyud
The
kayo ba?
1% of the 1% of the
Yeah.
1%.
Ana
So you
gyud.
cannot you cannot incorporate kanang pro level kanang professional level kanang abilities on players if you do not give them pro level treatment. If you think na duwa lag kanang online 10 times a day.
Pag
Mo na
solo queue lang.
mo improve na ka. Dili na eh.
Dili good.
I'm curious, like, kanang, if you want to go full, like, to be a professional na gamer, are you looking at, like, full-time jud na muna na imong trabaho? Are you,
Practically,
are you
yeah.
dedicating your entire
kung
days
kaya
to
gyud
the
nimo,
sport?
if you have the opportunity nga maka full-time ka, you should. Kay like in League of Legends, I can say in NA, kay like ilang sweldo dito in a year is an average of $35,000 without sponsorships, without koan like base pay pa na.
But that's also because they are officially employed under Riot.
Riot, yeah, kanang na siya stability ba. So, kuan jud siya.
So Diri, what does it take to be a professional player
Wild West
here?
pa man kay dire.
kuan pa. Woo!
Like, what is there,
What
like,
contract?
is there an age gap, or is there a kind of age limit?
There's a lot of kanang really good young players.
Players.
Yeah, the latest kadong 645 Pirates kay
They're younger.
senior high na sila.
Yeah. Kanang like mga senior high
They're
school.
crazy good.
Barely
Oh.
college.
Do,
Ana.
Prisco pa kay nilang mga reaction times. Like,
Oo.
nindot gi kayo.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
kay what they say in esports man good kay like kanang if you're nearing the age of 25 magka-lose na imuhang sensory.
Which is a myth, by the way.
No,
Dili ba, dili ba?
I suck right now.
It's a myth.
Nga na ba? Na ba? Let's say per like what they say nga na ba? Per like pero mas nice siya if you started as early as you can.
The thing is, muna, kay labas pa man kay kag-utok. So,
Kaysa mo
pwede-
join ka nga like 30 na ka or something.
You could like all these concepts can
Papili
get jammed into your brain so quickly.
Yeah.
Like ang kuan giniya kay mura kag kanang kuan kay
Sponge ni mo tanan ba?
mura kag spongha. Labas pa mo kay mga bataan na good. So kuan lang lagi anaan lang dito ang kuan ba
It's like
knowledge so
games,
tilang utok.
no girls right now.
Wa sa
Just
kay uyab, ayaw pagkuan na ng uyab duwa sa na.
Kung pagitaan kag uyab kung
here's 5
maka-champion na ka.
pesos.
Kay pakaslan taga kung world champion ka.
Isti makinumdo man ako katong kuan pakinumdo man ko katong bag-orang na pro usa ka player ba niya gi kuan gilibre hag spakul sa kuan.
Ano? Spakul?
What is that?
What is a
What's a
spakul?
Explain na.
Wala ko ba na
Cut this shit.
Wait, AJ, what's that? Explain.
Kanang massage services with ko.
Special.
So it's
Spako.
spakul.
I was like, what does it have to do with the soft drink na sparkle? I'm like, oh no,
Who made you think that?
sparkle.
Tamis.
Jakul sa spa. Grabe.
Kuyaw sad no kuyaw.
I learned.
Fun fact ha, mga nagipangita nila Lord Divera to na sila sa Cebu.
Damn katong pag-election?
Di, katong nasa gig din.
Sparkle na nagyapon.
Sa mango. Nangita na sila.
Nangita nag-spakul Lord.
Shout out Lord.
Is that because I know that Jakul is a Bisaya word?
Yeah.
Tagalog siya nga ko.
Spakul. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a term.
Sparkul.
Culture.
Manamis.
Sagate o sa spakul te.
Sir, tumihaya na po.
Relax ka lang.
So wala na siya ang goal sa mga pro esports ka man yung kuan. Get a
Pero
spakul.
reward systems eh.
Pero
As bad as it
as bad and illegal as it is,
it's still something nga motivates players ba? You know.
It's money, man. It's
Dili.
money. And
Oh, what? Are we talking about the spakul
No,
thing?
the reward system, not the
reward system, yeah. So
Motivates players. I would.
but I hope nga our esports scene dito sa Cebu would be better lang. Kana lang.
As long as there's proper management, I really believe kay talent is there. Talent will always be there. promise.
That, and we actually have a lot of smart people who can run these orgs. It's just kanang kuan, like none of them are properly cooperating with one another.
Yeah,
Maganda ko masulti.
kanang mag pride pa ba nga dili mga kuan nga like,
Or at least kanang that's from my perspective.
yeah, even ako nga sa kadagan ako
I'm curious, can like adults, like mga young adults with jobs, like drop a job and just go into esports?
That's what fun most people kuan.
A lot of people have done that. Like it really is a matter of choice, manggod. Kay like there are people who have denied themselves like the chance to do esports. In Tekken, there was a player na like in Tekken, he was supposedly gonna compete for the draft. Not even be drafted, but just compete for the draft.
Yeah.
And he asked his wife, like, do you think that it's a good gamble for this?
Yeah.
And like the wife was like, they were both in agreement that it wasn't, so he dropped out, and like he got replaced by another player.
When is a good age to get into, like, because I think it's personally I feel like it's too late for me to get in on the esports hype, and then like,
What's your input sa esports, man?
what is the perfect time and where is the perfect jumping point to get into the community, as a player or as a spectator?
Anytime.
Where
would I go even?
This was the same advice that somebody gave me about Kwan, because I never opened my art commissions before. And like, well, a fellow artist told me na Kwan, like, start opening kay Kwan. What she told me was this, and like I can apply this to esports. Nobody's ready to be a dad.
Okay.
So might
expound on your point.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just take the jump if you feel like you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaya like if especially if spectator ka, you're there for the community, man sad, and for the full support.
Like,
and that's what the players need, what the organizations need is the support lang yun. Dako na gyud kay na
people
siya.
are willing to gamble and throw away their lives for this shit. Okay, for example, like in my case, like ako bago ra kong graduate, wag kibawon sa akong buhaton niya. Like out of nowhere, somebody called me. Gusto ka matug Manila? Huh? Like kay wag ko kibawon sa akong buhaton pang trabaho ingana niya.
You're not gonna ask like why? Why do I?
Gusto ko matug Manila kay for Kwan, like, and then he says Kwan, like these gigs and like for 3 months, and I stayed there for 8 months.
Okay.
Because I tried to gamble for another job. Ingana bitaw.
And esports na.
Like a 3-month gig, and then like 2 month lull na walay kuan, walay hitabo, everything was miserable, and then I jumped into like one that I really like. Okay, like I moved in from Dota, a game that I absolutely love spectating but absolutely hate playing.
Yeah, man, I know, right?
Yeah. And then I jumped into kanang kuan, like tried to look for some other jobs, but nothing really stuck. And then I found Tekken, and like pag kuan ako sa Tekken, mura ko
like
nindot kay like the community, the kuan, like it just resonates with me. Murag ganang ko kuan, ganang ko kanang feeling na magtan-aw ko duha ka tawo na magbagay.
Dili kana murag gilahang mga persona.
Ilang stand?
It's like
Maganda mo mag-jojo
sa Jojo.
Ilang stand?
Oh, wala. Pero wala akong fan, like ganahan lagi kay ko sa idea na like mga tao magbagay ngana niya, like the personalities were
suntukan sa Ace Hardware.
Suntukan sa Ace Hardware bitaw. Like honestly, like kung makikita kog tao magbagay, maingganyo ko do. Wala kung
Pila may rollback na ilang away. Pila may frames ana.
Uy, speaking of which, did you know George St-Pierre actually used frame data for his fights?
Real sa ilang actual real IRL fight?
I have no idea.
No way. Frames kay in gaming kay
Okay, so
in a fighting game.
games. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, go.
As short as possible.
Frame data is basically how fast a move hits.
Okay.
And how fast a move can recover.
Okay.
Inga na ang frame data, like if you boil it down to its barest essentials.
Yeah.
So he used that kind of idea, like, oh, in this amount of seconds, this punch can recovers in this, because this person does it like this. He throws this punch this fast.
Yeah.
And then he starts counting, and then he used it to his advantage.
Bihon yung batrok din, no? Mo din na Marvel siya. Mo din na Marvel siya.
No, what is it? Batrok Zelita.
And we have got Marvel.
Taskmaster. Frames per second.
Frames per second. Tas kwan si George St-Pierre, he hired a dude who analyzed frame data to analyze it for him, his next fight. And then he absolutely sexed that guy.
Like you fought him, or
Sexta na.
what does sext mean in gamer terms? Is it different from like normal terms?
I don't know.
So he fucked the guy who does his frame rates.
Like he absolutely sexed his opponent, dude. Like I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Like he absolutely
Green ganyag mayo.
like
Mga term, cream, sex.
Gi health inspector do.
cavity search.
Inner.
How do we get here? Different data, eh?
But yeah, like once again, like there are lots of parallels for sports and kuan. Yeah, kanang ingana bitaw because people should kuan, like people should realize nga esports, while it's its own unique entity, can learn a lot from sports.
Like they could actually like kanang mimic ba or like even directly follow sa kay same man gapon ang pagdagan. Basically, it's just that lahi lang ang kanang means of getting the product, which is a game nga imong giduaan. So same kailangan gyud like if you want nga everything mo gana gyud in the long run, you have to start inside gyud from like bahalag hinay as long as mas structured siya kay mas nindot siya for the long run gyud. I swear. Mo gyud na siya ang akong ma-advise sa mga esports org here in Cebu.
And I'll believe him kay back end man siya. Sa ako sa front end kay kuan lang gid karami.
So if anyone's listening if anyone's mga esports nga mga organizers, take note aning mga drama aning mga
take the organization.
Also, please pay your talents.
Pay your talents properly. Kay mura na siya.
Pay your talents and pay your tournament kanang officers. Kay sila those guys are the lifeblood. Sila may magtawag sa mga players, sila mag-attendance, sila mag-arrange sa mga kuan, sa mga tanang butang.
Imagine na 500 kay bayad.
500 niya 16-hour event.
Atay niya. Ulok wala pa yung mga tug. Yeah.
Kaulok.
Kasuway na ko.
May logistics.
Kasaway na ko.
Oh my God.
Di kita mo ambag ganino. Ay, we
Imagine
can't grow if
kuan pa mi kanang
pero at the very least, at the very least, kadto manggod. Like once again, kuwang sponsors.
Yeah. Pero like, we do it for the
pero muna na karon,
for family.
Like, in defense of that org, like despite my dissatisfactions, in defense good. Kuan na sa good.
Like it's a starting point.
Starting point ra gid sila pero they were always stuck at the starting point. That was their
muna ilang problem good.
Wagid sila kakuha kanang big sponsors and kuan that would help their talents, that would help their kanang tournament guys.
Kinsa man sa lang ideal sponsors para mga
Tech companies.
tech companies, no.
Pwede man sa mga internet cafes, diba?
That's
Top pa internet cafe.
Partnerships with internet cafes. That was the right step. That was honestly the right step.
First step gina siya kay like it's kay gi-localize na man good nga like the locals from this part kay mas accessible nila. So might as well go there and like try.
Like people want a tournament at this time of day, at this time of night, localized entirely within that vicinity.
Aurora Borealis. Well,
can I see it?
It's all our time.
I guess we've spent
Oh man. Do you guys have any last minute plugs?
Basically, follow me on Facebook, guys. Ernest and Buzon. I don't really post I don't really post like shit that I do, pero sooner or later I'll end up posting something if I'm not lazy. So like I'll start making content for people if ever and people end up following. That's about it for me.
Dagan-dagan jud gugma ko at sako. Follow my right now I'm playing music so follow Color.
Fake gamer dagan.
Eraser heads mo na yung shirt ba? Oh my God.
Diba? Follow my band at Colora Music. You can follow me on my social media. My handle is all around is Slim Rob Michael. You could always DM like for like kanang if you want to play a game or something. I'm still learning Tekken by the way. So
Dota.
Patay Dota eh. Shout out to Oasis Gaming. Thank you for kanang
Wawawi.
Shout out to Oasis Gaming. Shout out to Flip and Kirby.
Napasadila and open ko for commissions by the way. art.group sa Instagram.
Really nice work.
Support our guests, support our friends, support our local people,
local esports, local artists,
local esports. I hope nga this Cebuano scene would open their eyes katong mga nadunggan ron and
I really hope
be better.
And I hope the org people pay people.
I really hope na they try to talk to some people. If balag dili kami. Kay gamay ra kay ni among nakaibawan.
Like we are at surface level ang among knowledge ani.
Very
bantay laging inyong nakatunan ra gid adto kay gi-sex ni George St-Pierre ang iyang kontra.
Gamit frame data.
Using frame data.
Gamit frame data.
Super slow mo.
So I guess that's it for
that's it. Thanks guys.
Episode 7.
Thanks Ernest and Rob.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I had a great time.
Yeah. Thank you. That's
thank you, and that's it.
All right. So that's it for Feed the Geeks 7. So thank you for listening. Follow us on social media and like and subscribe.
And we have a new page, so subscribe to our new YouTube channel and our new Facebook group. We post regular memes and shit posts there.
Shit post me dito.
Sometimes Bayani does his comic strips.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So thanks. And we'll see you later.
Yep. Bye-bye.
See y'all.
Shit!